You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Rays, Magic, and Lightning.
On April 15th, 1947, Major League Baseball was forever changed when Jackie Robinson took the field with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie would go on to play 11 seasons, winning a World Series and an MVP. But he will forever be remembered for his courage, both on and off the field. Today, we celebrate the man and his monumental achievements. Monday Night Baseball from Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, but it's not just any Monday night. April 15th, now and forever, a baseball holiday, the 21st iteration of Jackie Robinson Day across all of Major League Baseball. Today on Rays Live, we'll look back at the man and his astounding achievements and look forward to the Rays and the Angels, Game 1 of a 4-game series. And with that, we welcome you back inside Tropicana Field for another rousing rendition of Rays Live, the pregame, alongside Doug Wechter. I'm Rich Hollenberg, Tricia Whitaker, and Brian Anderson standing by on a very special edition of Rays Live, a day that we devote to one of the most important men in baseball history and in American history as well.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson, no doubt, probably the most important man to ever put on a Major League uniform, and actually has the best quote I have ever heard. That quote is, "A life is not important except for the impact it has on others." No one was more impactful than Jackie Robinson, especially in the game of baseball, but also outside of the game of baseball. Just so special what he means to this sport in general and what he means to society.
Trisha's going to have more on that coming up in just a little bit, but our leadoff topic is Jack Roosevelt Robinson Jr. on this day, the day he played his first Major League Baseball game for the Brooklyn Dodgers way back in 1947.
Just incredible, absolutely incredible what this man went through. Think of all the death threats. Think of the fact that teammates hated him. The fact that hotels wouldn't allow him to stay with his teammates. You know, he wasn't allowed to eat at certain restaurants. All that going on, and he still goes out there and puts together a Hall of Fame career. Just incredible. Again, what he meant to the sport. And then you just actually look at what he's doing on the field. I mean, you take everything away from it, and the numbers he was able to put up with the focus that he had. Just an incredible, incredible individual, Rich.
Dealing, overcoming, and achieving with all the adversity that Jackie Robinson was dealing with himself, but also shouldering for an entire race of people in the United States of America. Just overwhelming that he was able to perform at this elite level with all of that pressure.
Well, honestly, it is hard enough to play in the big leagues. It really is. And then you put everything outside of that and you see the numbers, the sheer numbers that he put up. You know, the 10-plus years in Brooklyn. 8 of those 10 years, he had over an 800 OPS. I mean, you could go through top to bottom all the numbers, and they stand alone by themselves, but you add everything, the background in together, and it's just, there's not enough good words to say about that man.
I still remember when Bud Selig, then MLB commissioner, announced that number 42 was going to be retired in perpetuity, and every day since 2004 on April 15th, everybody across Major League Baseball wears Jackie Robinson's number 42. Let's get the player's perspective on the field from Tricia Whitaker.
Well, hey there, Rich. Yeah, Jackie Robinson Day means so much to these players, to these coaches, and these managers. You mentioned it. You're going to see the number 42 everywhere today on their jerseys, on their hats, on their socks. But take it from them on what this day means to them, starting with Angels manager Ron Washington, because some of these answers, they're in depth and they're very touching. Take a listen.
Couldn't imagine myself being in the position that he was in and being able to handle it with the class that he handled it. I watched his story over and over and over and over again. Unless you were in his shoes, or unless you was a deep part of his culture, I don't think you would understand what he had to go through and what he did to create the opportunity for minorities, especially black people, to have an opportunity to be involved in the game of baseball.
For me, you know, being able to play in the major leagues, you don't want to take it for granted at all. But, you know, Jackie Robinson paved the way, and what he had to go through is just, you know, something that I can't even fathom. What he gone through to be able to pave the way to break the barrier. I think about him, honestly, every day, and especially on Jackie Robinson Day. So extremely excited to be able to, you know, make that legacy move on and help the younger kids, the younger generations after me, because he pretty much paved how we should act on and off the field, and how we should try and leave a legacy for the kids that are coming after us.
To be able to go out there and see and talk to, you know, a lot of players, ex-players and players, the impact they had on the game, the impact he had on the game, for everybody to wear, you know, his number, you know, it's pretty special. And every year when we take part in that, it means a lot to me.
To think of how different the game would be now, the players that we would have never seen, the talent that we'd have missed out on, to think that of what he had to go through, the life that he had to live, the person that he had to be able to go through it the right way, it's hard to speak to the volumes of what he did and how he did it the right way.
Some very meaningful answers. You know what else is meaningful? This right here. The Rays will honor the 77th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking that barrier with community events and an annual investment of $100,000 to support organizations that are committed to ending systemic racism. Each of the 4 groups, they're going to receive $25,000 in funding to support their community efforts in areas of food insecurity, education, youth development, and minority business development. Those are some of the recipients right there, and that is just a very touching gesture by the Rays. Another cool fact about today, Joe Adell, that would be the Angels right fielder, 2 years ago against the Rangers, he actually homered on Jackie Robinson Day, and he told the media that he took that jersey home from that day because he said hitting a home run on a day where they honored Jackie Robinson for breaking the color barrier meant so much to him that he felt like he needed to have that jersey. He said, I probably wasn't supposed to take it home, but I took it home anyways because the 42 jersey means that much to him, and homering on a day when they honor a man who did so much for the game was so meaningful. So, guys, I thought that really said it all about what the players think of Jackie Robinson Day.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Tricia. And of all places, there's a story about Jackie Robinson that goes to the heartland, Wichita, Kansas. This Jackie Robinson Day, a little bit bittersweet in that city. It's opening day there for League 42. It's a youth baseball league in Wichita, but they begin their season without Jackie Robinson's image looking over them. Robinson's statue once stood tall in McAdams Park next to the ball field for League 42, created to make baseball affordable for Wichita's urban youngsters. The league, named after the man who overcame racist hatred to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball. But in late January, the statue was stolen for its bronze medal, then destroyed. All that were left were the cleats. A GoFundMe effort to replace the statue raised more than $190,000 from nearly 3,800 donors.
Once the police held a news conference about finding the statue in a trash receptacle, it jumped. The support jumped, the notoriety jumped. It became not just a local story, not just a regional story, but a national and really an international story.
Finances to replace this first statue and support League 42 bolstered by a $100,000 gift from MLB.
To have so many people rally around, this effort, and to make it a reality that this statue will be rebuilt stronger, bigger and better, and young people will have a place to play at League 42 for many years. That's exciting, and really gives you hope that we're in a better place as a society.
Individual pieces have been brought out of storage to construct a statue to match the original design, built by the company Art Castings of Colorado. The Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City now displays the cleats from the first statue in its Jackie Robinson exhibit. The likeness of the cleats that carried Robinson from the Negro Leagues to the Major Leagues to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
We think that it is the perfect place for these cleats to be on display, and it troubles me that we're building a miniature shrine of Jackie Robinson, of items that have been targets of hate or, in this case, destruction. But out of that comes a galvanizing force, a spirit, I guess you could say, of unification. And we think that we can use these items to help educate people about Jackie, his connections to Kansas City and to the Negro Leagues, and again, his enduring legacy.
They tried to cut Jackie down, but they couldn't. These cleats will live at the museum and will be a beacon of really hope for our young people going forward.
Good always wins, justice always wins, and that's how Jackie Robinson lived his life. It's only fitting that this story is going to end up with a happy ending. The new Jackie Robinson statue will be unveiled in early August at its rightful place in McAdams Park in Wichita. We're back with much more on Jackie Robinson Day after this.
High stakes tonight. Here we go.
The NBA play-in tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
8 teams fighting for the last 2 playoff spots in each conference. The stakes are massive.
Massive? This is playoffs level drama before we even get to the playoffs. Giant, monstrous, mammoth. That's humongous.
All right, Shaq, we get it. You know big, but nothing is bigger than the playoffs.
You need to win to get in.
I'm Spencer. Welcome to the Postgame Show. This baseball season, Suncoast Credit Union is donating $90 to local nonprofits for every hit from the Tampa Bay Rays. Randy, you want to show us how you're getting ready for every hit as a win from Suncoast? Looks like Randy's ready. Visit suncoast.com/race to support your favorite nonprofit. Still counts.
Wrong turn? No sweat. With best-in-class fuel economy and 5 drive modes, virtually no road is out of bounds.
Drive the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $329 per month lease or get 2.9% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue.
The Rays Rookies Kids Club, presented by Suncoast Credit Union, is back for the 2024 season. With 2 membership levels to choose from. MVP membership benefits include Kids Eat Free, 50% off tickets to select home games, a duffel bag, snapback hat, and more for only $40. All-Star memberships are available for free. Memberships are limited. Join the club today at raysbaseball.com/raysrookies.
Rays Live, the pregame show on Valley Sports, is presented by City Furniture. Trends you want, prices you'll love. And by Bayfront Health, the official healthcare partner of your Tampa Bay Rays.
Richie, I like all the Jackie Robinson shirts that the players had on.
Yes.
Those are good stuff, man.
Breaking barriers, number 42 will be visible anywhere and everywhere on the field and in the stands tonight on Jackie Robinson Day, April 15th, 2024. We're glad you're joining us on this special edition of Rays Live, the pregame, alongside Doug Wechter. I'm Rich Hollenberg. I don't know if you heard the memo, Dougie.
Uh-oh, I don't get memos.
But there's a certain Michael Nelson Trout who is in the building tonight, ready to start game 1 of this 4-game series against the Angels, and he is having a very Mike Trout-type season already.
You're dropping knowledge. I had no idea his middle name was Nelson, but I did know Mike Trout is a walking Hall of Famer. You look back to what he did just last series against the Tampa Bay Rays, hit 500. He had 6 hits, Richie. 4 of them went for extra bases. You see the 2 bombs, of course, the 4 RBI. He's got 6 bombs on the year. That's tied for 2nd in the AL. He's got 8 RBI on the year. And you got to remember, this guy does it with not a strong lineup around him. He goes out there and consistently puts up numbers every single time he takes the field. It's all about being healthy, though. He's 32 now, right? And he's starting to slow down a little bit if you look to the last couple years. But that being said, you look at his resume. I mean, my goodness, 11-time All-Star, 9-time Silver Slugger.
Here's our Papa John's key ingredients. I don't want to pull any jinxes out right now by mentioning this, but he's got a career OPS over 1,000 against the Tampa Bay Rays. That's the highest OPS against any player the Rays have faced in franchise history.
Okay, so you're saying we're due.
Yes.
It's time to start getting him out, is what you're saying.
It's the reverse psychology.
I mean, you saw what his career OPS is in general. It's over 990, and that's just remarkable when you think about it. He has 14 years. This is his 14th season in Major League Baseball. 12 of those seasons have already registered over a 960 OPS. That means he's hitting power, he's hitting for average, he's getting on base. He does everything. Again, if he's healthy. If he is healthy, that's when you see him at his best. That's when you see the Mike Trout that everybody wants to watch. If he's slowed down by injuries, that's when he's vulnerable.
He is in the lineup tonight, batting second for the Angels. We'll tell you more about those lineups when we return on Rays Live, the pregame. Also, coming up on the big show, a rosy outlook. It's been all coming up rosy for Ahmed Rosario. More on the hottest bat in the Rays lineup when we return after this.
The new $1.99 Sonic Crispy Tender Wraps are here for a limited time in bold flavors like hickory barbecue or cheesy Baja. Give yourself some TLC, tender, love, and chicken for only $1.99. Sonic Crispy Tender Wraps.
This year, get your spring delivered. The Home Depot has free delivery on over 2 million items and fast same-day delivery from our store to your door. Get spring delivered your way only at the Home Depot.
Marathon, nice to meet you. I'm running Boston to make sure childbirth is safe for all moms everywhere. I'm one of thousands of runners running to beat things bigger than the clock. To help more kids outrun cancer, help amputees walk again, and maybe even run. Thousands of runners, thousands of reasons to run. Find a runner, help a cause. Give if you can.
We watch the Rays games at home with our mom and dad. When the Rays hit a home run, our family goes crazy.
That baby is gone! Home run, Jose Siri.
Tune in to Rays baseball on Valley Sports Sun.
Bet you didn't see that. But if you were an Atlas and could detect things in 0.02 seconds, you would have. The Atlas with Front Assist.
Get 1.9% APR financing or a $3,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary event.
When you need a fighter, you need us.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Most insurance companies are big, really big. Imagine you're injured and now you have to fight for justice. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side. As America's largest injury firm, our Army will fight like hell for you. We have the resources to take on the biggest insurance companies in America. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home.
When you need a fighter, you need us.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
It took 138 iterations to refine the TIG-1 chassis, but it also took 22 birthdays and 16 neglected haircuts. The meticulously refined TIG-1. Get 0% APR financing or a $2,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 TIG-1 during the Volkswagen 75th anniversary sales event.
Welcome back to a special edition of Rays Live, the pregame show on Jackie Robinson Day, here and across all of baseball. Culver's.
What?
It's bringing Kurds in the third to Tropicana Field. Dougie.
Yes.
We are on a 3-game run scoring streak in the third inning.
Yes.
Here's the deal, Rays fans. If the Rays score in the third inning, you get free Wisconsin cheese curds from Culver's with any purchase. You could order it on the app. You could scan that QR code. Anyway, we're getting free cheese curds if the Rays score one run or more in the third. Love these old school Jackie Robinson
Yeah, I do too.
jerseys.
Yeah, really good look. We got a lot of Jackie Robinson hats, jerseys all around. Love it. And I also love the third inning. Big fan of scoring runs in the third inning. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, we're not supposed to root from the press box, but now Doug is rooting.
I'm rooting hard.
In the bottom of the third every time. Rich and Doug back inside Tropicana Field from our left center field perch. Let's talk a little offense right now. And there is no bat hotter right now for the Rays than Ahmed Rosario.
Yeah, isn't it great to see a new face come in here and do so much damage, especially early on? I mean, he's come in, been very comfortable. Remember, he chose to come to the Rays. He chose to come to the Rays over some other franchises because of the opportunity he was going to get. Now, the 3 hits yesterday put him on a 6-game hitting streak. You see what he's done over those 6 games, Richie. Been productive at the plate with a 5 RBI. Also has 3 extra base hits. We saw the home run yesterday, so power games there, though. runs batted in and scoring position, they're there. I mean, the average is there. He's doing it all right now, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
And it's funny, I looked up yesterday, I'm like, wow, he has a multi-hit game. Let me see how many he has this season. He has 4 multi-hit games this season, and then you dig a little deeper, Doug.
Yeah.
He's got as many 3-hit games in the last 4 seasons than some future Hall of Famers like Freddie Freeman and Jose Altuve.
Yeah, pretty crazy. You look on that list and who's up there, and Ahmed Rosario right in the middle of it, and you got to think the consistency that he brings, you know. A couple years ago, he was over in Cleveland, had put up a monster year and did a really good job over there. Now he's coming out here, and he's almost come out with something to prove, and he is proving it in a big way. Everybody loved him in spring training, and ever since then, he's carried that momentum he took into spring training into the regular season.
Of course, Kevin Cash, no dummy. He's keeping that hot bat in the lineup today. He's batting 5th for the Rays. Let's take a look at the rest of the lineup. This is a team that had 4 home runs yesterday, despite hitting just 3 home runs in their previous 9 games. Isaac Paredes hitting right in front of Rosario, 5 for 9 against Sandoval. Behind Rosario is Jose Caballero, who made his Major League debut 1 year ago to the day. And then, how about 2 ding-dongs from Rene Pinto?
2 of them, Richie. I love it. He'd go out there yesterday, got his first 2 home runs of the season. Remember, this guy came in with a lot of weight on his shoulders. He had to be basically the starting catcher. He was going to catch the majority of the time. A lot of pressure going into the season, but he's starting to really come through, especially offensively. See the power numbers. A lot of times these power hitters hit them in bulk bunches. Last year, last 21 games, he hit 5 of them. So, more to come.
Here is the Angels lineup. Anthony Rendon started out the season 0 for 21. He's hitting .387 after that. And behind Mike Trout is a verified Rays killer, Taylor Ward.
Yeah, man, my goodness. He had himself a series last time the Rays took it to the West Coast. He's a 7-year veteran approach at the plate. And you see what he did just against Tampa. 5 for 12 with a .417 average. So he was crushing the baseball. But he's really been doing it all year against the entire league. .306 average on the season, 5 bombs, so he's got the power game going. One of the things I was looking at very closely to see why he was doing so well, he is absolutely smashing the breaking ball, Richie. He's going out there hitting .563, over 500 on curveballs and sliders. That's important because Zach Eflin has a very, very good curveball, but if you see these numbers, I wonder if he's going to go out there and maybe pound the fastball, change-up combination a little bit more, and throw the sweeper or the curveball in times that he's really ahead.
Taylor Ward comes in riding a 7-game hit streak, 345 during those 7 games, and he leads the American League with 17 runs driven in. We'll take our final timeout on Rays Live, the pregame. When we come back, we'll talk more about the aforementioned Zach Eflin. He's on the bump tonight, and Zach is looking for a bounce back against the same team he faced in his last start. You're watching Rays Live on Valley Sports.
This is Avery. She's had a lot of news this year, and she's still trying to figure out the vibe of things. A new state, a new job, a new apartment, and a new bank. Mid-Florida made Avery feel at home and gave her $200 when opening a new free checking account. And that will come in handy to decorate her new place. Avery may have had a lot of news this year, but financial worries aren't one of them. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Attention Hurricane Ian victims. I'm your insurance attorney, Anthony Lopez. Hurricane Ian has caused billions of dollars of property damage to Floridians, and many insurance companies in Florida are going out of business. Property insurance companies may be in trouble and running out of money. If your insurance company has not paid you enough, or is giving you the runaround, we can fight to get you the money you may deserve. There are no upfront costs, and we don't get paid until you do.
Completely refresh your bathroom with West Shore Homes Refresh and Renew Spring Savings Event. Visit westshorebath.com now to get started. And when you schedule your free, no-obligation consultation, you can lock in 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. That means you're not making your first payment until the end of 2025. On top of that, we're taking 20% off every single bath remodel.
Visit westshorebath.com for more information and schedule your free consultation now to lock in these limited time savings from West Shore Home.
I mean, you look at how competitive the game is now and just how many different cultures it reaches, and without him, you know, none of it would be possible. And so it's one of those things where we love the game and where it's at right now and the competition on the field, and you see uber talented players from all different walks of life in different countries and different cultures that get to come here to America and play at the highest level, and it wouldn't exist without him.
Welcome back to Rays Live, the pregame. Well said.
Very well
Drew
said.
Rasmussen, representing the Rays and everybody in baseball on their feelings toward Jackie Robinson on this April 15th, Jackie Robinson Day. Rich and Doug from our perch in left center field. Let's talk pitching, Dougie. It's Zach Eflin taking the ball, and if we know one thing about him, he is a bounce-back artist.
Yes, he is. He's a bulldog coming off of a loss, and that's what he's going to have to do. He went out there last time, didn't fare too well when he was in Anaheim. 5 innings pitched. You see the 9 hits, 5 earned runs. Look, I'm going to say command was a little bit of an issue. Now, I say that he didn't walk anybody. So what do I mean? Well, I mean that he was just missing over the heart of the plate a lot more than what we're used to seeing from Zach Eflin. You got to remember, this guy has some of the best command in the big leagues. And we heard him after the game even mention it. He thought that he was missing too much plate. And when you miss too much plate, these major league hitters will take advantage of it. So I want to see him go out there, continue to work corners, and you got to assume that he's going to have a bounce back outing because he has just been so good coming after a loss. And also, look at this, Richie, at Tropicana Field. My goodness, look at that record.
Yeah, 120 strikeouts and only 14 walks under the dome at Tropicana Field. Now, on the other side of things, it's Mr. Patrick Sandoval getting the start.
Well, very formal.
And again, just like Zach Eflin, his previous start was against the Tampa Bay Rays.
It was, and he took the loss. 5 innings. You see the 4 runs given up. He did struggle a little bit with command. I thought he fell behind a lot of batters. This guy can run it 94, 95 from the left side. Best 2 pitches, fastball, four-seam fastball, and the changeup coming off of that. Now, the issue with him so far this season, opponents are hitting 500 off that four-seam fastball. Again, that's the pitch he throws the most. So, out of that repertoire, what I would assume the Rays need to do is locate that fastball, get into good hitters' counts, and drive that pitch all over the park tonight. If they can do that, hopefully we'll see a W.
And he's a left-hander. Why do I mention that? The Rays are 4-2 against left-handed starters this year.
Yep.
They were 24-11 against southpaws last year.
Yes.
Hopefully that bodes well for your Tampa Bay Rays. That'll do it for another edition of Rays Live, the pregame. The Rays are looking for win number 10 on a day dedicated to number 42. Jackie Robinson Day, all across Major League Baseball. Just under 23 minutes to go before first pitch. Dwayne and BA will have the call. We'll see you for the postgame, everybody.
What's the score of the game?
The score is 6-3.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the new Hyundai Elantra with America's best warranty. Lease an Elantra for $199 a month or get $1,000 bonus cash. Visit your Suncoast Hyundai dealer today.
I'm Spencer. Welcome to the post-game show. This baseball season, Suncoast Credit Union is donating $90 to local nonprofits for every hit from the Tampa Bay Rays. Randy, you want to show us how you're getting ready for every hit as a win from Suncoast? Looks like Randy's ready. Visit suncoast.com/race to support your favorite nonprofit. Still counts.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finish the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. The good position of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. Because our father
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a wrap for that. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Imagine a living room with the power to change everything.
It's the new Modular 2 at Rooms to Go. One collection that gives you the power to relax in total comfort, the power to recharge, the power to create the perfect sectional for any space. Just choose your pieces and transform your room. The best part, because it's Rooms to Go, you can do all this, all within your budget. Now that's the power to save. I'm Julianne Hough, and this is what's possible with the Modular 2 at Rooms to Go.
These are the different pitch grips that I have during the game. This is how I grip my four-seam fastball. Here's my sinker grip. And this is my game grip.
Stream the game the way Zach Eflin does with the Bally Sports app.
You're watching Bally Sports, the home of the Rays, Magic, and Lightning.
We welcome you to Monday Night Baseball from Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg on this April 15th, a holiday across all of Major League Baseball, Jackie Robinson Day. Of course, Jackie Robinson, wearing the famous number 42, changed the game, starting with breaking the color barrier on this date back in 1947. He was a Hall of Fame player, but his impact far greater in what he meant to baseball and society. It's all in advance of the Angels in town for Game 1 of a 4-game set against the Tampa Bay Rays. We welcome you inside Tropicana Field alongside Doug Wechter. I'm Rich Hollenberg. Dwayne Stats and Brian Anderson will have the call alongside Trisha Whitaker coming up momentarily with first pitch. But Jackie Robinson is a player that we marvel at when we get to look back at the video evidence of how great he was, the statistical evidence of how great he was, and yet all of that pales in comparison to his impact on society.
No doubt. He was the most important man to ever put on a Major League uniform. Also had the best quote I have ever heard from a player. He said, "A life is not important except for the impact it has on others." Jackie Robinson was the most impactful player, again, to ever put on a Major League uniform. And Richie, you think about what he dealt with off the field. You think about the fact that he had death threats. He had to work through those. He had to work in the fact that hotels wouldn't allow him to stay with his teammates. He wasn't allowed to eat at certain restaurants. All these things factored in. He was still able to go out there and perform on the field. Just an incredible human being.
I read a great article on MLB.com this morning that mentions the fact that he actually has 2 plaques in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame because the first plaque didn't mention anything about his impact on society. He wanted it that way. He wanted to be in Cooperstown on his baseball merits. When you talk about that and you parlay that into tonight's game, Mike Trout's heading to the same place for the same reason.
Well, you're not kidding around. I mean, look, Mike Trout is a walking Hall of Famer. This guy is a guy who's gone out there and just consistently put up numbers year after year. Going into his 14th season now, Richie, 12 of those seasons have a 960 or higher OPS. 9-time Silver Slugger, 3-time MVP. You see what he did already against the Tampa Bay Rays earlier this season in Anaheim. And look, this is a guy who, when he is healthy, he is one of the best players on the planet. Still at 32, putting in those crazy numbers. BA, we're bringing you in right now. And I'll tell you what, man, this guy, we got to see him firsthand, right, over on the West Coast. And he tore it up, right? Just as usual, he always does. How impressive has he been for you this season and really over the course of his career?
Well, listen, I mean, I think you hit on all the topics. I mean, this guy's been so consistent. The injuries the last couple of seasons is, you know, the only thing really holding him back, because when he goes out on the field most nights, all nights, he's the best player on the field. I will tell you this, though, where you were talking about last week, I think the Rays coming into this series with such a quick turnaround, they understand how not to pitch him, because he went 6 for 12, hit 500 in that series with the double, triple, and 2 home runs, then goes to Boston and just 2 for 13 in Boston. So you wonder if they'll pitch him a little different. The thing that I love about Mike Trout, though, he has excellent strike zone discipline. Now, he's got a hole at the top of the strike zone. There's no question about that, but it better be a pitch that's in the top of the strike zone. Beyond that, he just does not chase. I mean, he is at 17.7% chase rate. That's in the 96th percentile. So where he has a hole, it's a small hole, and the Rays didn't find it often enough last week.
Yeah, he is a hitting savant. Let's switch gears and talk a little bit about pitching. Talk about the psychology of the schedule, BA. Both starting pitchers tonight, Zach Eflin and Patrick Sandoval, are facing the same team that they faced in their previous starts. Let's start with Eflin.
Well, yeah, and Doug, I don't know how you felt about that. That was never a big fan of that, and for obvious reasons, this team just saw you, and you're going to have to make some tweaks here or there to your approach. But I think that Zach Eflin on this season, he's been pounding the strike zone. You can see that, maybe pounding it a little bit too much. 15 strikeouts up against just 2 walks. Over 60% in the zone, and I think that that's the issue with Zach Eflin. The stuff is still there, but the precision and command has not been quite up to par, and you fully expect that to change, and he'll get on a heater here pretty soon. Patrick Sandoval, for him on the season, it comes down to fastball command. He has just not been able to command that pitch, and when he has got it in the zone, it's gotten hit hard. 10 out of 22 opposing hitters against Patrick Sandoval's fastball. That is a average, obviously, approaching 500. They also want to see him get his curveball more involved. So maybe take a look at that tonight. The slider's been good, but his secondary offerings are very good pitches for him, but the fastball command issue makes him not as effective, and the curveball hasn't been effective. They want that pitch to get going, so maybe you see a few more tonight.
So, BA, I'm reading between the lines here what you're saying. It sounds like the key for the Rays, and at least in your opinion, is getting the hitters' counts and then take advantage of some pitches that possibly miss over the plate.
Exactly what they did with Blake Snell. Blake Snell was nibbling around the zone, and they were able to get him into a good number of hitters' counts, and guess what they did? They put up a 7th spot on him in 4 innings. So you will have the same approach, guy that's got a 95, 96 mile-an-hour fastball with the same breaking balls. Everything is Blake Snell. The approach will be absolutely the same by this lineup.
I couldn't concentrate on anything BA was saying because I'm still focused on the fact that Doug said he was reading.
I was focused on the fact that BA has a new jacket on.
It's very sharp.
It looks fantastic.
Just wait till you see how great Dwayne looks. They're coming up next. Under 14 minutes to go to first pitch on one of the most special days in the baseball season, Jackie Robinson Day.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Recipe for a fun night? Spam musubi. With a side of friends. Sizzle, pork, and
When I was 12 years old with cancer, I spent most of the year looking out a hospital window. All I wanted was to be outside. I owe the people at St. Jude everything because I am 17 years cancer-free. My marathon is for St. Jude and helping all those kids with cancer who just want to be kids again.
You ever wondered how insurance companies make their decision to pay you after being hurt in a car accident? Most of the time, they just play games with your personal injury claim. So don't put your case in their hands. Your insurance attorney fights to get you the money you may deserve for your pain and suffering. So remember, if you need a personal injury attorney, call your insurance attorney.
Elegant and enticing, sophisticated and sensual. Indulge yourself in a space that inspires and invigorates. Romance and opulence are rekindled in symphonies of stone, marble, and lavish life-size tiles that will leave you speechless. Let Island Tile help you create the intimate retreat you desire. Island Tile. There is a difference.
Founded to educate the pioneers of the U.S. space program, Florida Tech's history is making history. Today we carry on this legacy, redefining what's possible, transforming dreams into reality, embarking on the endeavors most pivotal to the future. Florida Tech, making history, shaping the future.
Rays Baseball is brought to you by the Florida Lottery, by Frontier. Get fiber internet. Good to go. By Mid-Florida, Florida's community credit union. And by Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality, all at low prices on every item, every day. Tonight, the Rays open a 4-game series against the Los Angeles Angels on Jackie Robinson Day, commemorating the day Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball. And Tricia Whitaker will be back with reactions in just a moment.
Carol, look.
Marry me, carrot?
What?
Found a sale on skywriting? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Quick, show her the other carrots.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When it comes to beating cancer, your first choice is your best chance. At Moffitt Cancer Center, we bring the highest level of urgency to provide the right diagnosis right away. We're fast-tracking therapies and pioneering vaccines that enable the life-saving power of prevention, while providing individualized treatment plans from the start that lead to the best outcomes. Choose Moffitt first, a cancer center like no other.
Great brands, great prices. Discover it all at Kohl's.
No cash to close on your dream home? No problem. Zero down home loans are instantly easy. Available for first-time and non-first-time home buyers. Find your perfect home today. GTE Financial, the official credit union of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Choose Winters & Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you for your auto accident. I'm Bill Winters. If you've been injured in an accident, call Winters & Yonker so we can start working on your case. Call Winters & Yonker for your free attorney consultation.
They say you can't have it all, but Cash Castle Bonus Play has a scratch-off, a draw game, cash, a castle. It may not have it all, but I can't think of anything else I'd want.
Cash Castle.
That baby's gone. That baby is gone. That baby is gone. That baby is gone.
We honor the legacy of the great Jackie Robinson.
Welcome back to Tropicana Field, where the Rays and the Angels will face off in Game 1 of their series. It is Jackie Robinson Day, and you will see the players sporting that number 42 jersey, number 42 on all of their jerseys, on their hats, on their socks. You're going to see that number everywhere. This day means so much to so many of the players, the managers, and the coaches in the league because of what Jackie Robinson did, breaking that color barrier, but also what he did on the field. Let's not forget how much of a force he was when he took to the diamond. Take a look at his averages with the Dodgers. He was the Rookie of the Year, 6 World Series appearances, the Baseball Hall of Fame, so many accolades to his name, including perhaps the most important accolade, and that would be breaking that barrier. Take a listen to the players on what this day means.
Today we're honoring Jackie Robinson for breaking barriers and having the boldness and confidence to break through barriers that were really tough, and the mental fortitude to outlast anything we could ever imagine.
Allowing the game to be expanded to what it is today, and I don't think the sacrifices that he had to make as well for what he did was something that I don't think we'll ever truly understand or be able to appreciate enough.
The players that we would have never seen, the talent that we'd have missed out on, to think that of what he had to go through, the life that he had to live, the person that he had to be able to go through it the right way, it's hard to speak to the volumes of what he did and how he did it the right way.
For everybody to wear, his number, it's pretty special, and every year when we take part in that, it means a lot to me.
I think about him honestly every day, and especially on Jackie Robinson Day. So extremely excited to be able to, make that legacy move on and help the younger kids, the younger generations after me, because he pretty much paved how we should act on and off the field, and how we should try and leave a legacy for the kids that are coming after us.
Love what Richie Palacio says. He says he thinks about Jackie Robinson every single day when he takes the field. Around the corner, we'll have your first pitch and your look at lineups between the Rays and the Angels next.
When you prefer dream vacation over a rental nightmare, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
So this is pickleball? Oh, these guys are intense. With E-Trade from Morgan Stanley, we're ready for whatever gets served up.
Dude, you gotta work on your trash talk.
I'd rather work on saving for retirement or college, since you like to get schooled. That's a pretty good burn, right?
I know. You can't take your eyes off the Sonic Garlic Butter Bacon Cheeseburger. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Here's why. Garlic butter, cheese, garlic butter, bacon, garlic butter. Need we say more? Sonic Garlic Butter Bacon Cheeseburger.
Are you crying? No. There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. What's in your wallet?
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
When we're on the move and hunger for a big night, Checkers delivers the flavor with the new 2 for $4. Yeah, because when we ride, it's our path to carve. Let's go.
Checkers 2 for $4 flavor-packed burgers. Get the new Tangled Barbecue Swiss Burger with crispy onion tanglers, or the new fully loaded fry burger with Checkers' famous seasoned fries on top. Any two, just $4.
Let's go.
And try new Buford Bites. Our Big Buford in snackable bites.
Checkers, that's how we roll.
I'm Phil Maton, and you are watching Valley Sports.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar.
Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models, or get $2,500 total cash allowance.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finish the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. But the good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. It is our father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $329 a month for 36 months. Toyota. Let's go places.
Special day. MLB does a tremendous job. What a legacy that we get to be a part of, and the doors that he opened for all of us. And we're just so appreciative of him and his family.
Couldn't imagine myself being in the position that he was in and being able to handle it with the class that he handled it. I watched his story over and over and over and over again. Unless you were in his shoes, or unless you was a deep part of his culture, I don't think you would understand what he had to go through and what he did to create the opportunity for minorities, especially black people, to have an opportunity to be involved in the game of baseball.
And we welcome you to Tropicana Field. Cross baseball, the observance of Jackie Robinson Day, commemorating when Jackie Robinson, wearing number 42, broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball dating back to 1947. With Brian Anderson doing stats, great to have you aboard. Well, I think Kevin Cash and Ron Washington pretty much summarized what this day means not only to baseball, but to the country across the board, B.A.
Well, without question. And can you imagine the courage that he had to show and it had to be a part of him to go out and do what he did, what he was asked to do? Absolutely incredible story, and great that Major League Baseball, we get to honor him on this date every season.
Yeah, the quality of this game is what it is, largely because of what happened in 1947. Lineup brought to you by your local Ford dealers. The Angels will have Anthony Rendon at the top of their order, followed by Mike Trout, healthy and playing the way he was meant to play. Taylor Ward will hit third, Miguel Sano, Nolan Sandoval, the first baseman, and all of that lineup facing Zach Eflin, who is the primary guy in the rotation now for the Rays and looking to get back on track.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an up and down beginning of the season for Zach Eflin. We talked about him a little bit coming into this game. Listen, the stuff is there. It's not that. It's really the quality of strike. And for the most part, it's been high quality, but there have been a few that he would like to have back. There's the mix that he is going to come at you with. And like I said, all that stuff is playing just fine. The precision and command needs to be tightened up just a little.
And the first pitch of this game is a called strike taken by Rendon. Rendon hitting .231 to start play tonight. And there's a pitch that just missed in a little bit. It's 1-1. Ground ball. That's going to go through the middle to the left of Caballero. Through into center. And the Angels have a base runner.
Anthony Rendon started the season 0 for 21. And he has really heated up since then. And actually, this is not a bad pitch. I mean, that's ball that's on the inner third, almost on the inside corner, a two-seamer. And Rendon, just there's no stride at all. He just throws the hands to the baseball and stays right through the middle of the field.
And here is Mike Trout, the Angels' all-time leader in home runs and runs scored. And the first pitch is a strike. Trout with 6 home runs, hitting .281. In the top 5 in slugging and OPS.
Not getting a lot of bang for the buck either. 6 home runs, just 8 driven in.
You know, it's really interesting with a guy like him with that power. You know, it used to be the best hitter was in that third spot, and now the modern wisdom is best hitter in the number 2 spot. But this is what happens sometimes.
Well, yeah, if you've got a weak bottom of the lineup, those guys aren't getting on for you. And if that leadoff hitter isn't red hot, well, you know what? You're driving in yourself a lot. And that's exactly what he's done here early on.
Just missed. You can see Pinto holding that pitch in that position.
That's
to get the call there.
That's when you know. When a catcher, that extended hold, he's like, are you sure? Because it looks pretty good to me.
And a hot shot grabbed at third, Paredes. Boy, that ball hit hard, and Paredes, that's why it's the hot corner down there. And he grabbed it for the out.
And what a play there, because think about if that ball is able to get up the line. It's the breaking ball, and it hangs to the middle. And that allows Trout to put a really good swing on it, barrel it, but Paredes takes it away. I mean, you're looking at second and third best case scenario if that ball gets by.
7 off the bat, by the way. And the pitch is a strike to Taylor Ward. Loud out right there by Mike Trout. Right back into the screen, 0-2. Trout had 6 home runs. Ward has 5.
And those 17 runs driven and leads the league.
And that is strike 3 called. Great pitch right there. Got Adam Beck to agree.
Let's take a look at that Ray defense brought to you by Yingling. In the outfield left to right, we've got Randy Arozarena, Jose Siri, and Ahmed Rosario. Infield third to first looks like this. Isaac Paredes, Jose Caballero back out there with Curtis Meade and Yandy Diaz to round it out, and Rene Pinto to handle the catching duties.
Now Miguel Sano hitting in the cleanup spot. Ground ball, that's going to go through the hole between short and third. Rendon up to second, 2 on, 2 out.
You know, and this is what we were talking about with Zach Eflin. It's not a matter of throwing strikes. He has just 2 walks on the season. He's throwing plenty of strikes. It's the quality of strike. And this pitch, where does it track? Right to the middle of the plate. Very similar to the one that Mike Trout hit. That, fortunately, was turned into an out. This one sneaks its way into left field.
So 2 men aboard. Nolan Sandoval, the young first baseman, and a very good hitter, off to a slow start. But he's a much better hitter than his numbers right now would indicate. Pitch cutting inside. Out of the zone, 1-0. And a popper into short left. Caballero out there for it from shortstop. Couple hits, no runs, 2 left. Rays are coming in to hit.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finish the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. The good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. It is our father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $329 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
This is not just a stop for allergy meds. This is a great price on what you need to survive the season.
Quick question.
Backed by an expert.
Okay.
This is value. Right in your neighborhood.
Thanks so much.
Walgreens.
Over the last 190 years, a lot has changed.
But at Yingling, America's oldest brewery, we're still focused on one thing. Brewing darn good beer.
Yingling, the oldest brewery in America.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
It hits.
Hi. Are you at Not Howie? Food hits, right? The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night.
Tonight's lineup for the Rays brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Yandy Diaz leads it off from Arizona Rosarena. And Isaac Paredes with his 5 home runs, hitting cleanup. Rosario, Caballero, Meade, Siri, and Pinto rounding out the lineup.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the Los Angeles Angels, it's going to be left-hander Patrick Sandoval. Same thing, 1-2 record on the season. ERA 6.57, has outstanding stuff, but really the fastball command is what you want to see here tonight. You want these Rays hitters ready to hit, but at the same time, be patient and force Sandoval into the zone because he can give you some good counts.
Gandhi, after the first pitch, lifts it foul. That's going to be out of play. These two teams just saw each other a few days ago in Anaheim. Rays took 2 out of 3 in that series, and this is a 4-gamer. And then that will be it for the season series with these two clubs. 1-1 to count to Yandy.
In another scheduling quirk, how about this? By the middle of next week, the Angels will be done with the Rays, the Red Sox, and the Orioles already.
How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, the American League East,
yes,
non-existent for them almost the rest of the year.
By mid-April.
That's a strike, and we'll square the count, 2-2.
Well, in fact, they just wrapped up their season series with Boston. They had Boston before the Rays came into Anaheim, and they just came from Boston, so they're already done with the Red Sox.
And that's going to be strike 3 on the edge right there. Yandy caught looking.
Well, let's take a quick look at that Angel defense. Brought to you by Yingling. In the outfield left to right, we've got Taylor Ward, Mike Trout, and Joe Adell. Across that infield third to first, Miguel Sano, Zach Neto, Brandon Drury, and Nolan Shonowell with Matt Tice back behind the plate.
Carroll takes it down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Is at 276. 3 for 13 in his career against this left-hander. That's a strike right there at the knees. How about that for a 2-0 pitch?
Right? That's why I was thinking the same thing. When a guy's willing to do that and can successfully do that, that'll be in a hitter's mind.
Foul up the right side.
You know, that's something to keep your eye on, too, because the secondary offerings for Patrick Sandoval during the course of his career, they've been his best pitches. This curveball, the slider in particular. The curveball has not gotten going yet this season, and so they want to see that pitch start to improve a little bit. And by the way, that fastball command issue that he has makes those pitches not quite as effective as they could be. So 2 things to keep your eye on.
So Tapper right side. That's Drury reaching down and making the throw. 2 gone.
Yeah, 2 gone, and we've seen pretty good fastball command, at least to Yandy Diaz, and a couple of good curveballs to get Harold Ramirez.
And you're so right about the curveball. That's been down the line. He'll throw 5 or 6 pitches if you let him, and that curveball's been down the line last year and even a little bit this year. But if he gets that involved more, look out.
Yeah, well, and it's the change of speed, too. You know, the break is plenty good. He spins his breaking balls very well, but it's that change of speed.
1-0 the count to Randy Arozarena. Foul the other way. And with the mid-90s fastball right there.
And we've already seen him a couple of times in this game. He's making those Rays hitters aware of that hard fastball in. You know, he closed out Yandy Diaz at bat with a fastball in and tried to come in right there to Randy.
2 balls and a strike. Kevin Cash with the Rays now 9-7. 10 years already.
I can't believe it. I remember when they announced that they had signed him after I think he spent 2 years as a bullpen coach with Cleveland and Terry Francona. And that was a decade ago.
Swing and miss. Yeah, 10 years, and he still looks good.
He does.
You know, I mean, managers can really wear it, as we know.
Like presidents.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
Yeah.
But Kevin's holding up very well.
Well, they win a lot.
Yeah.
That helps.
And that helps. Yes, it does. 3-2 and a high fly ball straight away center. Trout will go back to the track in front of the wall. And in line with that 4:04 marker, makes the catch to retire Arozarena and the Rays in the first. 3 up, 3 down, no score.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order.
Scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
The journey may be steep and treacherous, but if you're going to reach the top, you keep climbing. For 5 straight years, this club has pushed beyond 162, doing things the game has never seen. But we're determined to go even further. The team we've grown into is built for what's next. A brand new season and a future of excitement. It's time to raise up.
These are the different pitch grips that I have during the game. This is how I grip my four-seam fastball. Here's my sinker grip. And this is my game grip.
Stream the game the way Zach Eflin does with the Valley Sports app.
Well, let's take a look at our Coors Light beating the pressure. And right here, Zach Eflin. How about that? You know, he has a start following a loss, and he goes out there and games it up. 7-1 with a 2-1-4.
First pitch is wide to Brandon Drury. Well, that's why you have such confidence in him.
Yep.
Number one, his makeup. But number two, what he has shown he's capable of doing on the mound with the variety of pitches.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. As a starting pitcher, you have a bad game or you take a loss. Those next few days are long. I mean, you were just chomping at the bit to want to get back out there and right the wrong. And more times than not, many more times than not, he does just that in a pretty dominating way.
One and two the count, and we're going to have a little conversation here. Pinto making that little trip to the mound.
Yeah, that's interesting right there. You know, because you've got the pitch calm and you just shake it off. But for Pinto to hop up and go out there and talk to him, that's where you fly on the wall.
Yes, wouldn't you love to be a party to that?
Yes, because it was short and sweet too.
And to right, Rosario to his right is there. One away. So one gone in the second inning. Claim your share of the Rays 50-50 charity raffle jackpot. Proceeds support youth programming in Tampa Bay. So you can win big and support the community by visiting rays5050.com. And Tice takes a strike. The Angels catcher. And strike two. Right after him, 0-2. Tice out of the University of Virginia. And he's going to get timeout behind in the count.
Strategic timeout. 0-2 count. You let that pitcher start to get ready and then call it late.
A little bit high. Yeah, I think this is the first time Tice has faced Eflin. So after falling behind, he took that time, and now it's 2-2. And he gets him. That one disappeared on him.
That was a vintage two-seamer there by Zach Eflin. You watch the depth. Runs away and dives down right off the end of that bat.
Yep.
Kept it, that arm side run.
Joe Adele. And he looks at a strike right there at the knees.
Think about the last 2 pitches. 2 fastballs down and away. One to a lefty, one to a righty, and he dotted both of them. That is his game.
Oh, look out. That one right back off Eflin, deflecting towards second. Picked up by Meade. And that's a base hit. Eflin will take a little walk around, and the Rays will take a look at their right-hander. He says he got the glove up there.
Went right through the middle of the field. This ball stung right off the heel of that glove. That hand will still feel that. There's no doubt.
Yep. Right there. He goes, yep, I'm feeling it.
I don't throw with this hand, though, so you guys can run along.
Zach Neto, runner takes off, a step back in the throw. He is out or not? Yes, he is. A long decision process by Ballou out there, but he finally got him as Adele took off on the bases. And he has been adventuresome, to say the least, on the bases. Here's another look. No score.
Go right now to the Rooms to Go store-wide mattress sale. Do not miss this very special offer. Buy the Sealy Posturepedic, Therapedic, or Beauty Rest Select mattress in your choice of sizes for just $5.95. That's 3 great brands, any size, one low price. Twin, full, queen, even a king-size mattress, only $5.95. Plus, check out all our other great mattress buys at the Rooms to Go store-wide mattress sale going on now.
Dynamic air suspension, all-wheel steering, configurable terrain response, effortless in the extreme.
What do you need? I got you. Base hit off the breaking pitch. Siri comes through.
I give you now, but I can give you more. Tropicana may not have invented orange juice, but in 1954, we found a way to bring fresh-tasting OJ to everyone. And to this day, we squeeze hand-picked oranges, never add sugar, and bring OJ to fridges everywhere. So while we can't say we invented orange juice, we could say brunch wouldn't really be brunch without OJ. So we basically invented brunch. And Saturday morning, fridge chugging. Morning, people. And we're not done yet, because we're Tropicana Pure Premium, the juice that starts it all.
We honor the legacy of the great Jackie Robinson.
Welcome back to Tropicana Field. Well, it is Jackie Robinson Day today here at Tropicana, and I spoke with Richie Palacios about what a day like today means to him, and he was quite passionate. He wore his emotions right on his face when he was talking to me about it. He said, honestly, I think about Jackie every single day that I come to the field, and the thing he remembers most from Jackie Robinson, of course, what he had to go through, which he said is something he, quote, cannot even fathom, but also, he said, it's the legacy he left. He said he sees it as his responsibility to carry on that legacy to the younger generation. And Richie said, it's just something I have to do. I have to help the younger generations after me because Jackie paved the way for how we should act on and off the field. And he ended by saying this. He said, I will never take playing in the majors for granted because of Jackie Robinson. Some wise words, guys.
Yeah, part of the legacy of Jackie Robinson right there, extending to the modern player today. 3-0 the count here on Isak Paredes to begin the bottom of the second inning. There's a strike. 3-1. You know, the other thing about Jackie Robinson, not only the social and racial pressure that was involved, but, you know, he played shortstop and then at Montreal played second base. and came to the Dodgers and made his debut at first base, and he really hadn't played first base. And that's how he broke in as a first baseman. That's a hot shot down the line. Foul. Well hit. Good distance, but pulled foul.
Well, one thing noticing here so far was Sandoval on the mound. When he has fallen behind, he has been anything but predictable. He has been behind in a number of different counts, and he's been coming with the off speed, whether it's the curveball, whether it's the changeup.
And Paredes 5 of 9 in his career against Sandoval with a home run. Dead ball 4. The Rays have a base runner.
And this is why it's so important for Patrick Sandoval. It's always important for a pitcher to pitch from ahead. But with Patrick Sandoval here in the early going, look at the difference. When an at-bat ends with the account in the pitcher's favor, it's a 192 on base. When he falls behind and the at-bat ends, look at that on-base percentage. Approaching 700.
That's astounding. I mean, that's stark.
And that'll even out a little bit over the course of the season. But it magnifies why it's so important for pitchers to pitch ahead. Because if not, it does not go well for you a lot of the time.
Rosario takes a strike. Ahmed Rosario comes in hitting .318. Too close. 1-1.
You keep finding yourself in 2-1 counts, 3-1 counts, 2-0 counts. I mean, those hitters feast in those counts.
Had him out in front on the changeup.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's thrown his changeup a couple of times here tonight very well. You know, we always talk about arm speed in the body. Everything has to mimic the fastball. And it certainly does with him, and he takes off a good amount of miles per hour, too.
And just off the end of the bat, doubled up there.
And you think about, you know, there's a lot of guys throwing changeups now that are 4-mile-an-hour difference, 5, 3. You know, he gets that, he's back in that 8 to 10 range.
Yep.
And it's very effective. And when you go 95 and you can come right off that at 85.
Just a little piece of that one.
And that's interesting watching the sequencing. You know, a couple of back-to-back changeups away, and then all of a sudden I'm going to speed you up in. And by doing that, you speed up a hitter even more, because to be able to get to the fastball in, you've got to be even quicker to get that barrel through there.
And now, like another baseball. And there's some gamesmanship and all of that, too.
Well, and you listen, not all balls are the same. You know, some are rubbed up more than others. Some feel bigger in your hand than others.
2-2. Got him. Got the change on him right there to strike him out. To look at the strikeout pitch.
Back and forth he goes. And he goes right back to that changeup, lets the grip do the work, great arm speed, and he gets the chase and gets Rosario out in front. By the way, Rosario, who's coming off of an excellent series against the Giants.
Jose Caballero. Did he go? He checked. The breaking ball. And that was pretty close to being a strike right there. Caballero 3-11 with a homer. 6 runs batted in. Tried to catch up to the fastball. Fouls it. Now 1-1. Caballero, a couple hits off Sandoval. A couple of runs batted in. On one count right now. Ooh. We got him to chase there. Looking for the hard stuff and had him out in front away. Balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff walk, putting Paredes aboard. The strikeout of Rosario. Now it's 2-2 on Caballero. And the first back in. There's Paredes. Well, Sandoval a year ago, 7-13 over 28 starts. Under an average a little over 4. And he uses that off speed to change to get Caballero.
You know, here's one thing to keep your eye on too during the course of this ball game. The Rays are going with 9 right-handed hitters, and if Sandoval gets in a groove with being able to put the fastball in and that changeup continues to be as effective as it's been, you could get him into a really nice rhythm and roll, and it makes it really tough then when you've got 9 righties up there and he's pitching each one of them the same way.
There's Meade. Takes a strike at the knees.
You know, here's the thing. There were teams that would do that to me, but I was a command guy. So if I was on that night, you had a 9-man right-handed hitting lineup, you were in for a long night. That was just the way it was going to be. Now, if I was off, like anybody else.
Popper into short right, near the line, and back out there is Sandoval, the first baseman, getting out to make the catch. Rays leave a man, no score.
Running can be such an individual sport. I thought, why not share this experience? I train with this chair every day. I pushed rider athletes in over 70 marathons. Seeing their excitement, they're the ones that pushed me. My marathon is for Special Olympics and helping athletes like Yusuf realize their dream of crossing the finish line.
They say you can't have it all, but Cash Castle Bonus Play has a scratch off, a draw game, cash, a castle. It may not have it all, but I can't think of anything else I'd want.
Cash Castle.
When choosing between style, comfort, and performance, we chose all of the above. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Go start the job and finish it. Go land the big one. Don't miss low finance or your big cash back on a large selection of Ford trucks, all designed to keep you going. Get out and go to the spring sales event today. Now extended for a limited time. Get 1.9% for 72 months on F-150, only from your local Ford dealer.
Expectations are important. It's why we raised yours. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Rays square off against the Tigers. It's a 3-game midweek series, Monday through Wednesday. It extends into the midweek anyway, so secure your seats today at RaysBaseball.com. First pitch in the third. Neto with a pop fly to shallow right. Rosario there to make the catch. So Neto, the number 9 hitter, first time through the lineup for Zach Eflin. 7 of 9 in the first pitch strike department. Here we go to the top side of the order. Anthony Rendon. pitch is a strike. Right back with another one. He swept that one right in there.
That's the one you start at the hitter's front hip, in off the plate. They give up on it and then try to expand from there. And that's another reason why pitching out in front is so important to pitchers, because when they get you out in front, they put the hitter on the defensive and then they get them to expand the zone.
Just a little piece of it, holding the count at 1-2.
We're changing the shape and the speed on the breaking ball for Zach Eflin. You look at his sweeper, about 81 miles an hour. The curveball getting in that 79 to 80, but he changes the break on it too.
A little tap off the mound. Eflin with the throw to first. So 2 up and 2 down. Brings Mike Trout to the plate, and Toyota keys. The key for Mike Trout at Tropicana Field is to get here and be in the lineup.
Yeah, because when he does, how about that? 8 different series here at Tropicana Field. He's homered in all of them, and the OPS 4 digits. That's a Tropicana Field record, if you couldn't read that.
Close there to him, 1-0.
I love when people tell me things I can read.
But you're very accommodating. Yeah, that's a nice gesture.
Well, you know what? Maybe they're up grabbing an adult beverage at the.
That's right.
And they
exactly right.
There you go.
1-1 count on Trout.
You know what I feel that way the most is when I'm doing the defense. Like, yeah, guy, we see it. And I'm still telling them who's playing where. But again, I'm doing it for somebody who's running an errand, and they're still within earshot of the 2.
That's right. 2-2. Rebound shot off the stands there. Souvenir dispersed. Oh, boy, everybody moved in except Adam Beck. Here it is.
This is it, right top of the zone. One of the areas where you can attack Trout.
And to third. Paredes up with it, and the throw to first. Took one extra pitch, but it's a 1-2-3 inning. No score from Tropicana Field.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Moving doesn't have to be stressful. Good Greek is the only company that offers total relocation solutions. Whether you're buying, selling, or renting a home, packing and moving your most prized possessions, storing your items in a safe and secure place. Our personal concierge service will help you connect your utilities and transfer your mail. We provide safe and reliable auto transport, and we'll even remove any unwanted junk.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
The journey may be steep and treacherous, but if you're going to reach the top, you keep climbing. For 5 straight years, this club has pushed beyond 162, doing things the game has never seen. But we're determined to go even further. The team we've grown into is built for what's next. A brand new season and a future of excitement. It's time to raise up.
Pitchers strike out 10 batters during a game at home. Go to any Cage Furniture store within 5 days. Receive a Tijuana Flats coupon. Visit CaneStrikeout.com. In the bottom half of inning 3, Jose Siri to lead off. followed by Pinto and then Diaz. That fastball fouled back. Siri taking a rip right there.
Got one out over the plate. Right now, Patrick Sandoval, for the most part, his misses have been off the plate. He's been able to get back into some counts with some good off-speed pitches.
A little bit high with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two.
This is the thing that he's shown here in the early going. The ability to go glove side with the fastball and then to go down and away with that changeup. And if he's able to continue to do that at a high level, that's challenging.
Sure, you're reaching out on that one to spoil it.
That's it. That's all you're going to do on that pitch. He throws that pitch. That's a strikeout pitch. Down and away, the changeup off of the fastball in, what we were just talking about. That's a great job by Siri to buy himself another pitch. Been doing more of that this year.
He has.
Last year, he's out.
I think you're right. And with that, I think the average will go up and the strikeout totals will go down. Ground ball, shortstop, scooped by Neto, and the throw to first. So it is out number 1 here in the third, bringing up Rene Pinto. Big day yesterday for the Rays catcher. A 2-home run day.
Yeah, straightaway center field, 430 plus. This is the one that gets my attention. Straightaway right field, and that ball was gone off of the bat.
Yep.
No doubter to the opposite field. Shows you the kind of power he has.
His first multi-home run game. Is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Pinto finished the day yesterday with 4 runs batted in. Trying to attack that fastball there, trying to turn around 95.
With some jump to it.
Yeah.
Easier said than done up in the zone.
Oh, there goes the bat. The ball down to third, picked up by Sano. And the barrel end of that bat, end over end, wound up in front of the Angels dugout. So 2 ground ball outs. So the first time through, a walk, and that's it. A scoreless game going here in the bottom of the third. Yandy Diaz. That's strike 1. Yandy now 3 for 15 in his career against Sandoval, including the 0 for 1 tonight. One and one. Well, look at the OPS against left-handed pitching, and Yandy's right there behind Ryan Mountcastle since the beginning of last year.
That's a pretty big sample size, too, and those are big numbers.
Two and one. There's the changeup again. Did a good take. Short, long throw by Neto. It's there in time. And the Rays are up and down 1-2-3. On to the fourth, scoreless.
At the Home Depot, we have top brand appliances at the lowest prices guaranteed. Get cutting-edge features from GE Profile, like the ultra-fast combo washer-dryer that make it easy to do it all. Shop in-store and online during Spring Black Friday at the Home Depot.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common: They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Go start the job and finish it. Go land the big one. Don't miss low finance or your big cash back on a large selection of Ford trucks, all designed to keep you going. Get out and go to the spring sales event today. Now extended for a limited time. Get 1.9% for 72 months on F-150, only from your local Ford dealer.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. If you need support for behavioral health needs, visit cfbhn.org.
Get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Reserve the Papa John's bullpen box by emailing group sales at raysbaseball.com. And the first pitch strike. We're seeing a lot of that from both these pitchers tonight. Zach Eflin and Patrick Sandoval hooked up in this one. And that, just missed. Taylor Ward, Miguel Sano, and then Nolan Sandoval. And the center field, Siri frozen in his tracks for a couple seconds there, and then in about 3 steps to make the catch.
He was just, adding to the drama. Does he see it? Doesn't he see it? It was too routine for his liking.
He's fun to watch. You got to give him that.
He's fun to talk to.
Yes, he is. That too. Here's Miguel Sano. Pitch is down.
Of course, I don't do a lot of that, the whole fraternization thing.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I know. Well, kind of holds true to our whole crew. Down at first, Yandi's going to make the pickup and step on the bag.
I just let it
2 down.
I let it come to me.
Yeah, that's
right.
Good. Yeah, you got to let the game come to you.
That's right. You go out chasing it, and nothing good's going to happen.
That's right. Sit back, relax, enjoy it. Come to the ballpark. You enjoy the game that way.
Enjoyed yesterday's game.
Pitch is down to Sandoval.
Nice to see that. We were talking about the Rays lineup being versatile, different ways to score runs, popping 4 home runs yesterday. They had gone, 10 games with either hitting 1 or 0 home runs, and then had the big explosion yesterday.
That's right.
Just showing another facet to them winning ball games.
Yeah, they were stuck on 11 home runs for a while there.
There's Mr. Left Field right there.
Yes, sir.
Pinto, we already talked about him. The 2 of them, and I mean bombs. Sorry, I got that changeup from Snell. That was a big shot. That first inning, 1-0 lead. Okay, fine. He made it 3-0.
Just missed there. Count's going to go full. Rosario led the charge. Pinto with a couple. Paredes. Short right. And that's going to be caught by Rosario. 1, 2, 3, we go. Bottom of the 4th. Ramirez leads it off when we come back.
At Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
We brew a beer for every taste. Which one you choose is up to you.
Yingling, the oldest brewery in America.
Spectrum Mobile's new deal is so good it's a work of art.
Love the minimalism.
Yeah, unlimited mobile for $25 per line is a great price.
That's amazing.
Check this one out.
$25 per line? That's less than what I'm paying.
Yeah, for new and existing customers.
Huh. That's bold.
Switch to Unlimited Plus for just $25 per line. Now with free anytime upgrade. Upgrade your phone as many times as you want any day of the month. It's unlimited phone upgrades free, only with Spectrum Mobile. Call 1-855-733-9892. Get the phone you want every season, every month, even every single day with new anytime upgrade.
That's spectacular.
Switch to Unlimited Plus for $25 per line with no contracts and upgrade your phone anytime as many times as you want for any reason. Only with Spectrum Mobile. Call 1-855-733-9892 or visit a Spectrum store.
Whoa.
Is this work of art moving you to switch to Spectrum?
Absolutely.
Well, let's get you signed up.
Experience the magic of Rays baseball through a Rays season membership. Combining flexibility and value, a Rays season membership fits any fan's needs and adds to your Rays experience. Become a 2024 season member today at RaysBaseball.com/season membership. Rays up.
Well, as we know, it is Jackie Robinson Day here at Tropicana Field. And in the third inning, the Rays presented a check in honor of the 77th anniversary of Robinson breaking baseball's color barrier in 1947. And they are making an annual investment of $100,000 in honor of Jackie Robinson to different charitable organizations committed to ending systemic racism. Each of the four groups received $25,000 in funding to support their community efforts in the area of food insecurity, education, youth development, and minority business development. The recipients this year, the Helen Gordon Davis Center for Women, James B. Sanderlin Neighborhood Family Center, Sing Out and Read, and Where Love Grows Incorporated. So guys, the Rays are putting some actions to their words every Jackie Robinson Day in honor of his legacy.
And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning with a 1-1 count on Harold Ramirez in this scoreless game. Cut there.
Well, that's that slider. We have not seen a lot of that tonight. That pitch, you talk about some late break and right behind Harold Ramirez. Well, he gets that thing going.
Yeah, the Rays don't need that.
No. Well, he tried to go right back to it. Tried to make it nastier, and he bounced it. Yeah, he's been pretty good with that. You know, the fastball, the command has been better. It's been pretty good on the glove side, and then he's played the changeup off of that very well.
So how do you make that decision? You know, second time through the order.
Yeah.
The first time through, you go, pretty good. Things are working out well. Second time through, you start thinking a little too much, or do you go to that? That ball is going to be caught in foul territory down by the bullpen mound. Adele over there to grab it.
Well, he likes to run. We know that.
And sometimes hard to stop.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Good thing he did here with the little low wall coming up. But tracking that ball down in that bullpen, that's not real easy or comfortable. And he did a great job of it. No, you know, what Patrick Sandoval is doing right here is what you kind of used to see. Usually guys come out, and this slider, we didn't see it the first time through the lineup. And now it's like he kept that pitch in his back pocket. I'm going to get you thinking about these other ones. Ooh, and now I'm going to come with that. That was kind of an old style of pitching where most guys now, they come out and they empty the tank in the first inning. You're going to see everything.
Yeah, and then where do you go?
Well, then you put it all in their mind and you try to play mix and match from there. But he was really good fastball changeup first time through. And now how many sliders has he thrown? 4 or 5 already this inning. And that's the pitch. That's the pitch that's the most concerning. If he continues to be good with that fastball in and getting it on the corner. You want one of those to leak back middle, but if it does, you can't foul it off. You gotta punish it.
And that's ball 3, 3-1. He had a couple 3-ball counts earlier, now one here in the fourth. And a strike is called. Randy will come back. Take a look at this. Yeah, Randy thought he'd drawn the walk. You could make that point. Yeah, a nice play off the carom there. And there is Adam Beck, plate umpire out of UCF.
That's the first college team I ever pitched against.
There
UCF.
you go.
Chad Mottola was their big slugger.
Yep. How about that?
Okay, roll in the footage of him hitting the home run off in Kansas City anytime. Now, that was the scouting report. Hey, you're pitching tomorrow against UCF. They got this kid in the middle of the lineup, Chad Mottola. Be careful with him. And for good reason.
3-2 again. A little soft liner grab. Sandoval down there reaching up for it. 2 outs.
Another slider. That slider working its way down and in. So this is a new offering and something new for these Rays hitters. All these righties to have to deal with Sandoval. Pretty heavy with the fastball, changeup, and some curveballs first time through. And now the slider's taking center stage.
And, you know, that's a pitch that's been, of the 5 or 6 pitches you might see from him, like 4th in line. Pitch is wide, but it is a pitch that's been better for him this year in the little bit that he's used it.
Yeah, he throws it hard, and he's had good tilt to it for the most part from what we've seen. And I mean, that even goes back to the last start where he was not sharp, but that pitch had its moments.
2-0 the count. Rays have had 1 base runner, and that's when Paredes walked in the 2nd. Batting again in the 4th. 2-1. There's a line drive base hit into left. Where else? Paredes is aboard. Ward returns the ball toward the infield, and the Rays pick up their first hit.
Just as we talk about Sandoval's slider having good tilt, this one stays flat, and that's what allows Isak to get to it.
Well, the Rays have a walk and a hit, and Paredes has both of them. Ahmed Rosario. Pitch is down, 1-0. And a little get together. Tice, the catcher, out there on the hill.
Cash Castle bonus play has a scratch off, a draw game, a castle. I can't think of anything else I'd want.
Well, the Angels talk it over, and Adam Beck goes out there to move things along a little bit. He's trying to figure out how to get to this left-hander. Rosario after the first pitch, fouling it. First pitch after the get-together, and now it's 1-1. No runs, 3 hits for the Angels. No runs, 1 hit for the Rays. And that foul ball advances the count to 1-2. Rosario came into the game hitting .318 overall. Better against right-handers than lefties. .346 against right-handed pitching and .278 against lefties. Both pretty good numbers. But down 1-2 right now. And a piece of that foul right at the feet of the catcher. 1-2 again. And a liner base hit into left. Down to second goes Paredes. First and second with 2 gone. Ward returns the ball to the infield, and Rosario has a base hit.
And watch where the location is. He gets it in there. That's the pitch that's been given the Rays fits, but not this time. Rosario maybe expecting or anticipating that pitch. Watch him get the barrel right through the zone, pulls the hands in tight to the body, and keeps this inning alive. Outstanding job there by Ahmed Rosario.
7 straight for Rosario with that base hit. Here's Jose Caballero. And a little one-hopper down to third. Scooped and thrown by Sano. And the Rays leave 2. We go to the 5th, scoreless.
This is Avery. She's had a lot of news this year, and she's still trying to figure out the vibe of things. A new state, a new job, a new apartment, and a new bank. Mid-Florida made Avery feel at home and gave her $200 when opening a new free checking account. And that will come in handy to decorate her new place. Avery may have had a lot of news this year, but financial worries aren't one of them. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union.
HCM is a serious heart condition affecting as many as 1 in 200 people. Like me.
And me. It can impact how you feel and what you can do.
I still felt tired on my beta blocker. So I talked to my cardiologist.
About treatment advances in HCM that gave me new options.
It was a breakthrough for me.
That conversation was big for me.
Talk to your cardiologist today and visit hcmrealtalk.com for more information.
Wrong turn? No sweat. With best-in-class fuel economy and 5 drive modes, virtually no road is out of bounds.
Drive the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $329 per month lease or get 2.9% APR financing for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Rogue.
Jimmy John's is using legit ingredients.
For a sandwich? Premium meat. Wait, what's so funny?
High quality ingredients.
That's a problem!
Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dwayne, it looks like we have a little bit of a pitcher's duel here developing.
It's been a good one so far. Sandoval, the lefty, and Eflin, the right-hander.
Well, both guys coming off of outings they weren't very fond of, and they looked focused tonight to try to turn it around.
Well, we go to the 5th. First pitch, Brandon Drury looks at strike 1. Drury, Tice, and Adele. Oh, missed that one, 0-2. Regrouping down 2 strikes. Ooh, pretty close. Just off that edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, look out. Right back to the mound. Knocked down by Eflin. Throw to first. And that takes care of Drury. The leadoff man retired. So 1 up, 1 down. Raymond is excited to add mascot magic to your community events, your birthday parties, charitable functions, and more. Book your Raymond appearance at raysbaseball.com/request Raymond. Now the catcher. Tice, left-handed hitter, fouls it, strike 1. Oh, 2. a miss. Tice out on strikes for the second time.
Climbing right up the ladder there. And look, you see where Pinto is. You think that he wants that front door two-seamer, because usually when he goes up and away, it's the four-seamer. They want that pitch in. It worked out, so no complaints.
Wide with this one to Joe Adell. Angels picked up 2 hits in the first, left him on. Adell had a single in the second, was caught stealing, and throws this one down to first for Yandy, who steps on the bag. It's 9 in a row retired. This TV timeout brought to you by your local GMC dealers.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models. We are professional grade GMC.
With Gold Rush Legacy and Florida Lotto, it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. Plus, you could win a trip to a really cool castle in Ireland.
Cash Castle.
They say you can't have it all, but Cash Castle Bonus Play has a scratch-off, a draw game, cash, a castle. It may not have it all, but I can't think of anything else I'd want.
Cash Castle.
Your skin is ever changing. Take care of it. With Gold Bond's Age Renew formulations of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins for all your skins. Gold Bond.
The Rays Rookies Kids Club, presented by Suncoast Credit Union, is back for the 2024 season. With 2 membership levels to choose from. MVP membership benefits include Kids Eat Free, 50% off tickets to select home games, a duffel bag, snapback hat, and more for only $40. All-Star memberships are available for free. Memberships are limited. Join the club today at raysbaseball.com/raysrookies.
Well, our Toyota Keys, the best record versus the Angels, and look who's leading the way since 2017. Obviously, the Astros in the same division, many more games, but the Rays taking care of business, 31-13 against this club.
Well, let's see what they can do in the bottom of the 5th with Curtis Mead taking a big swing and miss against Patrick Sandoval. The strike 0-2. Faced the big left-hander Blake Snell yesterday. Another lefty in Sandoval today. Fouled up the right side. A little different than yesterday. They got 7 runs in 4 innings off Snell. A couple home runs. 2 hits, no runs, and a walk here through 4 off Sandoval, and that's headed up the middle. Gonna get through. Over Sandoval and just out of the reach of Drury. And the Rays, for the second time, have put the leadoff man on.
I want to see Patrick Sandoval. It looked like that was a play that maybe he could make. Did he pull the glove back? Usually you got that defender, you know, it's tight to second, right? No, I don't think he just couldn't get up there. Usually this one that the pitcher, you know, sometimes they pull that glove back knowing that they've got someone that's shading up the middle and can make that play. Nobody home there.
Leadoff man aboard for Jose Siri. Moved to first. That ball loose, but not far enough to give Meade an opportunity.
Tried to backdoor him, Dwayne.
Trying to catch him off base.
Step off a little wide. Good thing that Shonwell was able to get just a little bit of that baseball and knock it down, or Curtis Meade is still running.
Yeah, Sandoval, a little leapfrog over Meade there. That's a base hit through the hole into left. Series aboard, up to second goes Meade. First two men aboard.
I'll tell you what, that's another fastball in. This one was down, so easier to drop the barrel right on it. But this is another fastball in. Rosario, same thing, was able to get to it, anticipating that pitch that he's been good with here in the early going. And now you've got something going. First and second, nobody out. You're getting ready to flip the lineup again.
Rene Pinto, who had a big day yesterday, is going to be the hitter. Well, 7 total hits in this game. 3 by Los Angeles and 4 for the Rays. They've all been singles to this point. Pitch down, blocked by Tice.
How about Nolan Sandoval playing in on the cut? I mean, right-handed hitter. You can understand third base. An interesting setup.
Two 2-0.
I guess I mean, if he inside out's a ground ball, you get it and go to third. Playing that tight. Usually, if you're going to bunt in this situation, which you're not going to do, but if you're going to, you would try to bunt up the third baseline, force the third baseman to field it.
Foul the other way. 2-1.
That's why I'm not a defensive coordinator, Dwayne.
Maybe why Sandoval is not.
Well, he's back now.
Yeah. One count on Pinto.
I mean, that's what they're going with now, right? Because Don Mattingly with the Blue Jays is an offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. And ball 3. Starting to get some action in the bullpen. 2 men on, nobody out. Simber, the right-hander. And that pitch, did he go? Got a little tight in there as Pinto tried to check, and on the appeal,
he threw it around him. He literally threw this pitch around him, and he just could not hold up that attempt at starting the swing.
3-2 now. And ball 4, that's going to load the bases.
Bottom of the
singles
order.
and a walk.
By the way, the bottom of the order, Dwayne. Absolutely right.
Well, that will drive a pitching coach and a manager a little crazy right there, and the Angels are going to talk it over. The Rays are the major threat in the top of the lineup coming up, with Yandy Diaz scheduled to hit. Barry Enright out there to hold the conversation. Make a lasting impression on your party when you host your next group event right here at Tropicana Field. For more info, visit RaysBaseball.com/groups. Well, the first major threat right here. Rays have loaded him. Meade single, series base hit, a walk drawn by Pinto. So nobody out with them loaded. And here is Yandy Diaz. And a good take there on a pitch down. Foul ball back, fastball. Randy came into the game 3 for 14 against Sandoval. He is grounded out and fouled out down the right field side. Los Angeles had a man at second, had men at first and second in the first. Rays had men at first and second, 2 outs in the fourth, bases loaded in the fifth. And a pop foul. Out of play it goes, and it's 1-2.
Well, that slider that has been used much more regular, I guess I should say, in the second time through, now the third time through.
And a foul again.
Another slider. Yandy Diaz lamenting the fact that that one caught a lot of plate.
And a chop to short. They throw to the plate out there down to first. That's not going to be in time. Sandoval not on the bag anyway. So it's a fielder's choice. They get the force play and the bases remain loaded.
Oh, hit that ball hard, but right into the ground, and a nice chop out there for Neto to work with. Look at that pitch, middle. Oh, that's the one that you just want to absolutely hammer, and instead it gets hammered right into the ground and gets out to Neto quickly enough that they get that force at home. Not conceding. You know, they could have easily turned a double play right there.
Yep.
And given up, but they would have given up a run. They did not want to do that.
Here's Harold Ramirez. He rolls it foul beyond the coaching box. Ramirez came into this game 3 for 13 against Sandoval. Pitch is inside. A look down there to third, diving back into Siri. Ramirez over in Anaheim had a base hit to drive in a run against Sandoval. He was 1 for 3 against him in that game. There's an opportunity here, and a chopper behind the mound. That's going to be grabbed by the pitcher Sandoval. The throw to first in time. Siri crosses the plate, and the Rays get a run. That could have been very difficult for Sandoval.
Yeah, and he made a very difficult play there. Listen, when the ball came off the bat, no way to turn to, no way to be able to get to that ball and cut the run off at the plate. So best case scenario is this. And he had to track over the mound, backhanded, and then throw moving towards second base. An outstanding athletic play. And there's your run. There's your lead. Now, may have missed that home plate coming in.
So second and third with a run home. Rays take a 1-0 lead. Randy Arozarena takes the first pitch wide. Randy with a double off Sandoval in the first inning of the game on the 9th in Anaheim. And a strike. One and one. So the Rays get on the board in the 5th to take a 1-run lead. Ground ball, third base. Sano makes the throw to first, and the Rays had a golden opportunity. They settled for one through 5, 1-0.
Roof damage is a headache. And worse yet, insurance companies commonly deny or lowball these types of claims. When one of my clients, Maria, noticed leaks and mold from a hurricane, she knew she needed help. Originally, the insurance company told Maria that her damages did not exceed her deductible and paid her $0. Luckily, she called me. We did a free inspection, and the fight was on. The result? We recovered almost $80,000 for her insurance claim. So remember, before you call your insurance company, call your insurance attorney.
Spam. Don't knock it till you've fried it. Sizzle, pork, and mmm.
Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Don't miss low financing or big cash back on a large selection of Ford trucks. Now extended for a limited time. Get 1.9% for 72 months on F-150.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you can also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered.
Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Don't miss low financing or big cash back on a large selection of Ford SUVs. Now get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 cash back on Ford Explorer.
Rays Baseball brought to you by West Shore Home, America's most admired home remodeling brand, and by Toyota. Let's go places. Jackie Robinson Day, celebrating the breaking of the color barrier. Jackie Robinson coming up from Montreal, the top farm club of the Dodgers. We mentioned earlier how he had been a shortstop, then second base at Montreal, played first base when he broke in with the Dodgers. And Leo DeRocher had been the manager of the Dodgers, but he had been suspended for keeping bad company. And in between Bert Schotten taking over, Clyde Suckworth, who had been the scout who scouted Jackie Robinson for the Dodgers, was the fill-in manager for that day and actually managed the second day. And for a long time, for some reason, the records only reflected that he had managed that one game, but he eventually got credit for both games. But he was the manager when Jackie Robinson broke in with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And he had scouted and had highly recommended the Dodgers bring him up. Zach Neto.
That's a pretty special fun fact.
I mean, you can only imagine being there at that time. You know, we think about it all the time, but it was just revolutionary. There is a strike called, and Neto is out on strikes for the first out here in the sixth. And Clyde Suckworth had been the manager there for that day and the next day as well. But making that decision, what a great impact. Rendon, one strike. Fly ball lifted into left. Arozarena coming in. He's there to make the catch. Two gone.
Love the way that Eflin uses that sweeper. You know, he's able to take, you know, change the break of the pitch, get a little bit of speed taken off of it, and you get these guys out in front, these little lazy fly balls and pop-ups.
Boy, that's the fun part about watching the art of pitching.
Yeah. the changing of speeds and just getting a hitter off balance. You know, we was talking about a hitter's swing being on time and Bowie's meeting the ball out in front and driving it. And a hitter, or as a pitcher, you're just trying to mess that timing up a little bit. Well, or you just straight out overpower people, which a lot of guys do nowadays. But when you don't have the overpowering fastball at 99, you've got to pitch a little bit.
Check swing, a little hopper grab by Caballero. The throw's not going to be in time, but Yandy managed to get the mid on the ball to slow it down. So that's going to be a base hit and stopping at first.
You know, even if that throw is on time, or not on time, but even if it's right to Yandy, he beats it easy. I mean, he's already there.
Yep.
We talk about getting up the line.
Trout's aboard with 2 outs, and here's Taylor Ward.
Short lead.
Foul ball out of play.
You know, Mike Trout used to run a whole lot more earlier in his career. Picks his spots nowadays, but on that first delivery there by Eflin, he was really tight to first base.
Two.
That's a short lead.
Upstairs and a peg down to first. Back in goes Trout.
A very short lead and very short secondary lead. You're not going to get him on that one.
Bo Porter says you could probably increase your lead.
I mean, look at it. That is tight. That right there is letting Eflin know I ain't going anywhere.
And Ward is out on strikes. No runs, a hit, 1 left, 1-0 Rays.
If you always wanted a sleeper sofa, now is the perfect time to shop at Rooms To Go. Start with a great-looking sofa at a great price. Then add a sleeper to the sofa for an extra $199. There are dozens of fabulous styles, colors, and fabrics to choose from. Buy your favorite sofa, then upgrade it. Add the versatility and function of a comfortable sleeper for an extra $199. Just $199. That's right now during the Rooms To Go Sleeper Sofa Sale.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado LTZ and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your local Chevy dealer.
Get one free Arby's sandwich every week in April, online only. And see for yourself that Arby's sells more than roast beef. Spoiler alert, Arby's does. Arby's, we have the meat.
So many memorable moments in Rays baseball. Time for another one. Welcome into our Rooms To Go lounge. I'm Ryan Bass. It's time for This Week in Rays baseball.
On April 13th, 1998, the Devil Rays overcame a 6-0 deficit and persevered to beat the Minnesota Twins 13-12 in extra innings. Esteban Yan picked up the win, retiring all 15 batters he faced, and Bobby Smith played the part of hero with a walk-off home run in the 14th inning.
Well, here tonight, the Rays hold a 1-0 lead coming into bat in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they're going to face a new pitcher, the right-hander. Adam Simber takes over for Patrick Sandoval. And we must say, as we look at Simber's numbers, your powers of prediction are pretty strong.
Yeah, I'll never pull anything off like that again, nor do I really want to.
5 innings. You predicted 5 innings last week. For Sandoval, 1 run, 4 hits. 5 innings, 1 run, 4 hits.
I'm going to stop at the grocery store on the way home and pick out a scratch off.
Do it.
Maybe a couple of them.
Well, there's the line. And the Rays now face the right-hander. Strike the count on Paredes. There's a shot to right field, drifting back Adele, and he is there to glove it. One away. Ahmed Rosario. Ball, no strikes. On the ground to third. And Rosario, after extending his hitting streak to 7 with that 4th inning single, grounds out here in the 6th. So 2 up and 2 down.
Here's the shortstop,
Jose Caballero. He is struck out and grounded out to third. Took out a new bat. We'll remind you, Rays single game tickets are now on sale starting at $10. Secure your seats at RaysBaseball.com. 2024 season presented by Orlando Health. Big breaking ball wide. 1-0. Caballero struck out in the 2nd, grounded to 3rd in the 4th. And takes another pitch off the plate. This one in. 2-0. 2 more night games and a day game in this series against the Angels. 4 games total. There's the matchup tomorrow. Aaron Savali against Jose Soriano. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock tomorrow. And there's a strike. Caballero had already started his stroll up the line and just to come back. Yeah,
never was a strike.
That's right. Oh, and now that's strike 2. So he thought he had walked for the 2nd time, and the count is full. Take a look at this one. Well,
more of one.
Yeah. My, oh my.
Might want to hang tight on this one.
And a chop down to 3rd. Sano, low throw, and the scoop made by Sandoval to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down.
My son, Christopher Parado, was 20 years old when he was prescribed opioids. It took him 5 days to get addicted. I'm not supposed to be the one to go get his suit and tie and pick which sneakers that I'm gonna bury him in. My son overdosed at the age of 22 years old.
Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Bring the whole crew and hit the road. Go off-road or take the back roads. Don't miss low financing or big cash back on a large selection of Ford SUVs, all designed to keep you going. Get out and go to the spring sales event today. Now, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 cash back on Ford Explorer. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Choose Winters and Yonker, and we will send an attorney to you. Let our aggressive attorneys represent you for your personal injury case. Our firm will send an attorney, not an investigator, legal assistant, or paralegal. Winters and Yonker.
When we're on the move and hunger for a big night, Checkers delivers the flavor with the new 2 for $4. Yeah, because when we ride, it's our path to carve. Let's go.
Checkers 2 for $4 flavor-packed burgers. Get the new Tangled Barbecue Swiss Burger with crispy onion tanglers, or the new fully loaded fry burger with Checkers' famous seasoned fries on top. Any two, just $4.
Let's go.
And try new Buford Bites. Our Big Buford in snackable bites.
Checkers, that's how we roll.
April 15th, marking Jackie Robinson's historic MLB debut. Robinson's courage and determination in the face of adversity is as much an example now as ever before. Join baseball in commemorating Jackie Robinson Day. To learn more, MLBtogether.com/42. First pitch, Sano takes it into right for a base hit. And the leadoff man is on base for the Angels for the first time since the game opened back in the first when Rendon singled to center. Five hits now allowed by Eflin. Rolling Sandoval. Fouls back, strike one.
Take a look at Zach Eflin and his pitch count. We are a hitter plus a pitch into the 7th and sitting at 70.
Yep.
I mean, you talk about efficiency, and that's something that he can do with the best of them.
And that's a strike at the knees.
Been good with that two-seamer tonight. He has kept that ball down in the zone where it's a lot tougher to elevate. It's a lot tougher to drive.
Fouls it back.
That right there is Zach Eflin. Very interesting how he works down in the zone and try to pop that four-seamer up as you see Jason Adam getting ready to go. He's had a quick start to the season.
Two-strike pitch again. Upstairs. And at 92.
Yeah, he'll occasionally, and he doesn't use it a ton, but he'll get you looking down, 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 and then pop that four-seamer up to surprise you. It's been very effective for him.
And that one just off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's Luis Garcia, the right-hander. Short right, Rosario coming in, making the call. And it's the out, and back to first goes Sano. So 1 man down.
Second baseman,
Brandon Drury has gone out to right and has gone out pitcher first. Line shot into left. Rosarena tries to cut it off, but it gets by him. Sano's going to go to third. They will stop him there. 2 bases for Drury. Jumping on the first pitch. And now the situation a bit more serious. 2 men in scoring position.
Well, not many mistakes made by Zach Eflin. Two-seamer, he's trying to go away. It ends up running back middle in, and that allows Drury just to react to it. And he's able to barrel it and push that past Randy Rosarena. And they do it. Kevin Cash on his way to the mound.
Matt Tice, the catcher, is due, and that's going to be it for Eflin. So he works 6 1/3. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the Florida Lottery.
Marathon, nice to meet you. I'm running Boston to make sure childbirth is safe for all moms everywhere. I'm one of thousands of runners running to beat things bigger than the clock. To help more kids outrun cancer, help amputees walk again, and maybe even run. Thousands of runners, thousands of reasons to run. Find a runner, help a cause. Give if you can.
If you always wanted a sleeper sofa, now is the perfect time to shop at Rooms to Go. Start with a great-looking sofa at a great price. Then add a sleeper to the sofa for an extra $199. There are dozens of fabulous styles, colors, and fabrics to choose from. Buy your favorite sofa, then upgrade it. Add the versatility and function of a comfortable sleeper for an extra $199. Just $199. That's right now during the Rooms to Go Sleeper Sofa Sale.
They say you can't have it all, but Cash Castle Bonus Play has a scratch-off, a draw game, cash, a castle. It may not have it all, but I can't think of anything else I'd want.
Cash Castle. With Cash Castle Bonus Play, your Gold Rush Legacy and Florida Lotto game tickets could win you a trip to a real Irish castle. Plus, a cash prize of up to $1 million. Must be 18 or older to play. Play responsibly. 6 1/3 for Zach Eflin. 76 pitches. Matt Tice, the catcher, bats against Jason Adam. First pitch, 95, and a little late right there. Strike one.
Right at the top of the zone, maybe just above it. Jason Adam, he's got a lot to get you out with that whip so far. Outstanding. Hasn't walked anybody. That's been an issue at times for the Rays pen. Not with Jason. And he's got that fastball, slider, sweeper, change. There you go. And uses them all enough that you have to account for him. Not easy to do when you're only going to face him once.
Upstairs, 95 by him.
2 straight fastballs that you could not have walked to home plate and handed Pinto in a better spot. Can he finish him off? You need the strikeout here, and you put yourself in great position to get it.
Now the 0-2. He goes up again. Out of the zone, up at 96. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sano third, Drury at second, 1 out. And 1-2 the count on Tice. And that turns him around, turns him away from that pitch. Oh, that boring in. 2-2 now. Adam to the plate. And that's away. And no offer off the plate. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Joe Adele on deck. Three-two. And that pitch, ball 4.
First walk of the season for Jason Adam, and it comes after he had gotten the jump in the count 0-2. And 4 straight misses. That one not by much.
He was looking for the call there. It did not materialize.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you. So the bases are loaded. Eflin 6 1/3.
Well, our T-Mobile coverage cam, let's take a look at the evening of Zach Eflin. And we talked about it earlier in the game, Dwayne. 8 losses a season ago. After a loss, he was 7-1 with a 2.14. So you were expecting a good performance out of Zach Eflin. And guess what? That's exactly what you got. Pitching into the 7th inning, doing so very efficiently, making very few mistakes. All of the pitches were, for the most part, sharp. And let's take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. All of his outs here tonight. You can see, we often say, this is a great graphic, we often say that Zach Eflin really threatens all the quadrants of the strike zone, and this is proof right here, and then some. He gets you chasing his pitches, and when he does that, it's hard to do a whole lot against him.
Well, 17 of 24 in the first pitch strike department. And now Mickey Moniak will pinch hit for Adele. Bases loaded, 1 out. And that's a strike out there on the edge.
Jason Adams just yelled same pitch. Did you hear it? Heard it from up here.
The 0-1. Ground ball, right side. Out at second and out at first. The Rays get the double play. So they get the 4-6-3 double play to end that threat. And we're going to head into the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch brought to you by your Suncoast Hyundai dealers. They got him at first.
With features you won't find on Honda CR-V, Nissan Rogue, or Toyota RAV4, the Hyundai Tucson puts the other guys in their place. Namely, the rearview mirror. Only a Tucson compares to a Tucson. Lease a Tucson for $209 a month or get $1,250 bonus cash. Visit your Suncoast Hyundai dealer today.
Spectrum Mobile's new deal is so good it's a work of art.
Love the minimalism.
Yeah, unlimited mobile for $25 per line is a great price.
That's amazing.
Check this one out. $25 per line? That's less than what I'm paying.
Yeah, for new and existing customers.
Huh. That's bold.
Switch to Unlimited Plus for just $25 per line. Now with free anytime upgrade. Upgrade your phone as many times as you want any day of the month. It's unlimited phone upgrades free, only with Spectrum Mobile. Call 1-855-733-9892. Get the phone you want every season, every month, even every single day with new anytime upgrade.
That's spectacular.
Switch to Unlimited Plus for $25 per line with no contracts and upgrade your phone anytime as many times as you want for any reason. Only with Spectrum Mobile. Call 1-855-733-9892 or visit a Spectrum store.
Whoa.
Is this work of art moving you to switch to Spectrum?
Absolutely.
Well, let's get you signed up.
Well, a great job by Zach Eflin tonight. 6 1/3. And that man just to his left to the right side of the screen there, Jason Adams throwing a big double play ball. And the Rays hang on to this 1-0 lead moving into the bottom of the 7th inning. 6 1/3 for Eflin. 6 hits, 4 strikeouts. Adam came on, gave up that walk, and that was a close pitch on the walk, and then he got the double play ball. So Luis Garcia, the new pitcher for the Angels, leading off for the Rays. Curtis Mead, there's a chop to short. Neto up with it. His throw to first in time. So 1 inning for Simber. Garcia on. Mickey Moniak stays in to play right field. And there are the numbers 6 games in for Garcia this year. Siri, who takes a strike. 97 on that pitch. 97 in the lower part of the zone. A lot of action there with that 2-seamer. Slider, 4-seamer, an occasional split. And then the slider gets the chase. 0-2. Well, Maton up in the bullpen now for the Rays. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Third, a roller picked up by Sano. Siri, who has scored the only run of this game, is out number 2 in the 7th. Bases are empty for Rene Pinto. Pinto chops it foul. Ray saw Garcia for an inning in relief in Anaheim. No runs. They picked up 1 hit off him. It was a base hit by Pinto. Pinto shoots it into center field. Mike Trout is going to be there to catch it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to the 8th we go. 1-0 Rays.
The time for a new Honda is here. Save thousands with 2.9% financing. Shop full Honda inventory now. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans are all in stock. Get 2.9% financing. Search your local Honda dealer today.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, Steel, and Scotts. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your neighborhood Ace. So stop on by or order online and we'll have it ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Or we'll deliver it the same day. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
He's here. Anyone want a Coors Light?
Oh, shoot, I forgot to play the song. I got a guy who can fix this.
They say you can't have it all, but Cash Castle Bonus Play has a scratch-off, a draw game, cash, a castle. It may not have it all, but I can't think of anything else I'd want.
Cash Castle.
Now's the time. Drive a new Honda from $239 a month. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans are all in stock. Drive KBB.com's best value brand now with payments from $239 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
What do you need? I got you.
Base hit off the breaking pitch. Siri comes through.
I give you now, but I can give you more.
Well, yesterday, Ahmed Rosario notched his first home run in a Rays uniform, a uniform that Eric Neander says he wears very well. As we know, Rosario chose the Rays over other offers, such as the Yankees, because, well, he felt like this team would give him more of an opportunity, and he's taken advantage of that. And Neander calls him the definition of a Rays player. He said the feedback on character we got on him was important. He said it starts with his talent, of course, but the totality of the human quality of a teammate is very important to us. And he's, of course, versatile, Neander said, and he's wide open to doing anything to help us win. And, guys, I asked Rosario what kind of leader he is after Neander spoke so highly of him. I said, are you a rah-rah guy? And he goes, nope, I'm a little bit of both. He says, I like to give guys their space, but if they need me or I need to go up to them, I'll do it. So he's a lead-by-example type of guy, and Dwayne NBA, he's currently riding that 7-game hit streak.
Yeah, and that's the best kind of leading production. He's doing a great job.
Yes.
One out here, Neto pops out on the infield. So one away here with Phil Maton on the mound.
Boy, heavy with the breaking stuff. Curveball and the sweeper.
Rendon fouls it right back into the screen. Rendon opened the game with a base hit. They had 2 of their hits in the first against Eflin. They were left on base. 0-2. Braves with a run on 4 hits. Angels no runs, 6 hits. Check swing and a foul ball. Jason Adam came on with a couple men on. With 2/3 of an inning, left him on. And now it's Maton. 1-2. Ooh, a base hit. Soft liner into left, couple hops to a Rosarena.
You don't get to that pitch right there unless you're looking for it. And Rendon, knowing that Maton is very heavy with the breaking balls, watch him go get this. His pitch is below the knees on the outside corner, below the strike zone. I mean, look at you're just anticipating. You're cheating right there. You can't get to that pitch.
Well, Mike Trout is up now. He's 0 for 4 with a couple walks in his career against Maton. And he sweeps it off the plate. No chase, 1-0. Trout had the infield hit in the 6th inning. And the swing, that ball gets away. And Rendon's going to move up to second.
Right off the edge of that glove. You know, Pinto's going out there to try to keep that ball on the plate. And yeah, I mean, initially I thought it was fouled off. That like the only way that he was going to be able to not come up with that ball.
Yeah, me too. This one is wide, 2-1. They call it a wild pitch.
They haven't seen the video of it, I don't think.
Guess not.
Yeah, who is they?
Oh, a long one to left, and that ball is going to get out of here in a hurry. 2-1 pitch, and Trout belts it out to make it a 2-1 ball game. Trout's 7th home run of the year. There's 7 home runs and 10 runs batted in. Oh, that ball jumped out of here.
That breaking ball just did not get to its spot. And again, these hitters know they're going to see a ton of them. And look where it started in, stayed in, and broke middle. Oof.
Yeah, Taylor Ward fouls it back for a strike. Well, the Rays got out of a tough spot in the 7th to hold on to that lead, but Trout turns it around here with a 2-run home run in the 8th. 2 strikes now on Ward. There is the home run stroke. It's going to be a base hit into left center. Ward will turn first and hold with Siri getting that ball back to the infield.
How about Mike Trout now in his 9th series at Tropicana Field, and he's homered in all 9. We talked about that coming in, 8 for 8, now 9 for 9. Well, our Home Depot doers get it done, and look at this career OPS versus the Tampa Bay Rays, and Mike Trout leading the way. Frank Thomas, those were the Devil Ray days. Same with Manny Ramirez, topping both of them.
Foul ball by Sano, 0-2.
Those numbers being put up against the Rays pitching that he has seen really grabs your attention. Because those pitching staffs, you're going back the last, what, 10, 15? Yep. I mean, you're going back a long time. Really good.
Ground ball short. Caballero could not get there in time. Moving to his right, sharply hit. Ward goes to second, stops there. Sano has his third hit of the game. Well, the home run leaderboard, Trout and Tyler O'Neill with 7 apiece.
Tyler O'Neill was involved in a collision today. They had the Patriots Day game against Cleveland, and I think he and Rafael Devers came together. Has 8 stitches and is in concussion protocol.
Well, the Rays have seen their 1-run lead disappear here in the 8th. They talk it over on the mound. Trout's home run, 7th of the year in Angels history. It's the 7th home run this year in 16 games. Brian Downing did that in 1987, and Ted Kluszewski did that in 1961, the first year of the Angels. Shonowell takes a strike. They're the only Angels, along with Trout, to have 7 home runs through 16 games. Fly ball right field. Rosario's there to make the catch. So 2 outs. Brandon Drury will bat. By the way, they've changed the wild pitch to a pass ball.
And you sleep better.
Well, if you know all things are right with the world, it's easier to fall asleep. Pitch is down to Drury, 1-0. Right now, the Rays trying to get out of this inning and keep the deficit at 1. It's a strike, 1-1.
I mean, that's what makes this at bat right here so huge. You keep it at 2-1. You got 2 shots left. You cannot allow the Angels another big hit and start separating.
2-1. Takes it wide. 3 balls and a strike. Well, Trout had never picked up a hit off Maton. He was 0 for 4 with a couple of walks off him, but hit that curveball out for the 2-run home run. That's a strike. 3-2. Drury thought that was ball 4.
Curveball.
It might have been.
Yeah, right. I mean, plenty of plate, but below the zone.
And that stays in, and the bases are going to be loaded. So 3 hits and a walk given up by Maton, and Matt Tice, the catcher, will be the hitter. Avoided a problem in the 7th when the Angels left 2 men on. A double play helped the Rays. They're trying to hold the Angels. to the 2 runs in the 8th inning. There's a strike, cut and miss by Tice.
Come on.
That's a little high. There, Luis Renifo running over at first for Drury. The 4-seamer up at 88. 1-2.
You go back to that at bat, and Jason Adams got a different fastball than Phil Maton, but it was a steady die to those at the top of the zone, so they feel like there's a real opportunity up there.
And we're going to go to 2-2.
We're trying to play the north-south game. Couple of good heaters up, and then all of a sudden break that breaking ball down, and he did check.
Two, fouled away. Well, 30 pitches made by Maton here in the 8th. And a shot, base hit into right. 1 run is in. Here comes another man in to score. Renifo rounds third. He will score without a play. Into second base goes Tice. And the Angels break things open here with a big inning in the 8th. It's a 5-run inning and a 5-1 game.
Now that ball, kind of a cutter there that stayed right in the middle. And Renifo put into pinch run, and boy, how fortuitous and thinking ahead Ron Washington with that move right there. And they do turn this into a big inning, and they do separate. We were just talking about that. Had to try to keep that at a 2-1 deficit with 2 shots left. Becomes much more difficult now.
Moniak takes a pitch down. He pinch hit in the 7th inning, grounded into an inning-ending double play. Bats again in the 8th as the 9th man to come to the plate. He's up in the count, 2-0. Kelly up in the bullpen. Pull foul, 2-1.
Warming up.
Well, the Angels creating some separation here now. Popped up, left side. It's Paredes from third. 9 men come to the plate. It's a 5-run 8th for Los Angeles. 5-1 ball game.
Imagine a living room with the power to change everything. It's the new Modular 2 at Rooms to Go. One collection that gives you the power to relax in total comfort, the power to recharge, the power to create the perfect sectional for any space. Just choose your pieces and transform your room. The best part, because it's Rooms to Go, you can do all this, all within your budget. Now that's the power to save. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible with the Modular 2 at Rooms to Go.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finish the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. But the good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. It is our father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a wrap for that. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Marathon, nice to meet you. I'm running Boston to make sure childbirth is safe for all moms everywhere. I'm one of thousands of runners running to beat things bigger than the clock. to help more kids outrun cancer, help amputees walk again, and maybe even run. Thousands of runners, thousands of reasons to run. Find a runner, help a cause. Give if you can.
What do you need? I got you.
Base hit off the breaking pitch. Siri comes through.
I give you now, but I can give you more.
Rays baseball only on Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app.
Be sure and stay tuned. Rays Live, the postgame comes your way immediately following our game coverage. Presented by Advent Health. We'll hear from Kevin Cash. Interviews from the clubhouse and review the highlights of this one. Rays with 2 shots left, and they are down 5-1, facing the former Ray, Matt Moore. Top of the order, Yandy Diaz. And the pitch is a strike. Lifted up the right side out of play. Renifo stays in the game. He's at second base. Here's the mix on Matt Moore. The bearded left-hander now.
Bearded left-hander, traditional mix. Still very linear with his mechanics. Likes that fastball right there at the top of the zone. Doesn't quite have the velocity that he once had, but you wouldn't expect him to. Knows how to pitch.
2-2 the count. Well, the Rays need some base runners now with 2 shots left. Ball 3, full count. You saw Ramirez on deck, and behind him a Rosarena. Ground ball right side through, base hit. Well, there's a start. Yandy Diaz picking up his first hit of the night.
Well, mislocation by Moore, and a nice job. They're trying to come like middle in, and Yandy Diaz, we've seen him do that all too often. Lengthen the swing, use the other side of the field. That's why he's able to have such a high average year in and year out. He sprays the ball around, and there they go.
Harold Ramirez fouls it into the screening. It's low and a recovery there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
How quick was that, jumping out there, anticipating maybe Yandy going and looking to catch him at second base. Nice job by Tice. He's done a nice job tonight overall with his blocks on some tough balls in the dirt. Yandy's not going anywhere.
Two and one. Foul the other way. 2-2. Rosarena on deck. There's not many at bats for the Rays against Moore. Yandy opened with a base hit. And now a count goes full here on Ramirez. So 3-2 on each of the first two hitters. And the pitch is foul back. years of work under his belt. Covering 5 games, a hit, 4 strikeouts. And a high shot deep to left. That's got a chance to go. All the way back, and that baby's gone. Home run, Ramirez.
Has been struggling with the changeup in this particular outing. This one he pulls right into the swing of Harold Ramirez. Had seen a number of pitches, started to get a little bit of a comfort level, and then you get a changeup that's pulled middle in, and he just rockets this baby out to left field. Cut that deficit in half that fast.
Well, Ramirez hitting his first home run of the year. He has all 3 runs batted in for the Rays tonight, and suddenly it's a 2-run game. And boy, the difference between being 4 back and 2 back, almost night and day.
Well, we were talking about that last half inning, but you know what? It is what it is, and this offense is going to have to do some late damage. And we saw him do it on that last road trip. See if they can do it home here tonight.
Randy Arozarena taking a ball. Randy 0 for 3 tonight. Randy takes a big cut. He was trying to unload there. It's 1-1. He is 1 of 2 in his career against Matt Moore. And a foul ball back. That fastball top of the zone. Foul back, and it's 1-2.
You know, this is where Matt Moore had been going with that changeup that he just has not had a good feel for in this outing. You wonder if here he thinks about the breaking ball.
And he does. It's down and in.
Yeah, you could just feel that coming because that changeup, he's bounced a bunch of them, and then he pulled one right into a 2-run homer. So now what do you do? If you want to go up and down, I got to go to the breaking ball, and he spiked that one.
2-2 the count. Into the dirt it goes.
And no feel for the changeup. None. Right now, that's a tough feeling. You know what? I've got no feel for my changeup. My breaking ball, really don't have a feel for that either. And I don't think I can just live on fastball alone. That's a tough spot to be in. See if the Rays can capitalize.
Count goes full. 3-2, and he got him with a changeup. 3-2 change.
3-2 change. The best one by far of his outing. Every other one has been either hit out of the stands or it's bounced. And he's able to make the adjustment finally and get the result.
So that's the first out of the inning. Here's Isaac Paredes. It's inside. Paredes cues this one. Little roller stays fair inside the first base line. Sandoval makes the unassisted play. 2 gone. So after the home run, the strikeout and the ground out brings up Ahmed Rosario. And that base hit in the 4th inning. Narrow getting loose in the bullpen for the Angels. 1-0 the count. Kelly on the left side of the screen. Fairbanks on the right side. There's a strike at the knees. going for it. Out from second base, Renifo. The Rays are finished in the 8th. They pick up 2 on the home run by Harold Ramirez. 5-3 Los Angeles.
Hurry into your local Acura dealer for the Spring Into Performance event going on now.
Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Don't miss low financing or big cash back on a large selection of Ford trucks. Now extended for a limited time. Get 1.9% for 72 months on F-150.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get 6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP on select GMC Sierra models.
See your local GMC dealer. Get out and go, America, to the spring sales event at your local Ford dealer. Don't miss low financing or big cash back on a large selection of Ford SUVs. Now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash back on Ford Explorer.
Well, getting into the 7th inning, this was a pitcher's duel between Patrick Sandoval and Zach Eflin. And listen, the offenses have come alive here late. Unfortunately for the Rays, the Angels a little bit more potent as they lead this one 5-3. Mike Trout with that 2-run bomb into left field. Harold Ramirez with a big 2-run bomb to cut that deficit in half. But the Rays still have some work to do.
Well, we go to the 9th. Kevin Kelly is on the mound now for the Rays. And his first pitch is a strike to Zach Neto. 9 men to the plate in the 8th inning for Los Angeles. And there's strike 2 on the outside edge. One ball, 2 strikes. Lays off. Pitch sweeping wide, 2-2. Neto at shortstop tonight. And he is caught looking. Strike 3 on the fastball.
Need a 0 here, and that's a great way to get it started. Kevin Kelly just absolutely dotting this 2-seam. Outer half, outer third. Big pitch.
Now Anthony Rendon, which is wide. Rendon started that 5-run 8th with a 1-out single scored on the Trout home run. It's a strike. Estevez in the bullpen. It's 1-2. Billy worked an inning yesterday in the San Francisco series, gave up a run. That's going to be fair up the right side. Rosario's going to have to chase it down. He plays the carom, and it's a double for Rendon in front of Mike Trout.
Well, Anthony Rendon has been heating up here over the last week or so, and he gets a tough pitch down and away. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Again, very little on the stride, and he just slaps at that baseball. Keeps it fair. And
Trout with a single and a homer tonight. Pitch is a strike. retired back in the first on a hot shot line drive caught by Paredes at third. Takes a big cut there. Here's the home run on the breaking ball in the eighth.
Yeah, that breaking ball started in and broke middle. And that's all you need to know.
Two and two. Jammed him and a roller to the right side. Now, boy, Kelly started over there and then thought Diaz was going to take it by himself, and he kind of pulled up, and Yandy had to scramble to get there to the back.
And I think Trout thought that he was going to. He pulled up a little bit. Just an awkward play right there. You know, you're just far off the bag. That maybe you flip it. And they're just a little into. He was going to flip it, and you're right. He wasn't there, and neither was Trout, unfortunately.
The first pitch strike to Taylor Ward. Rendon at third base with 2 outs. And a high fly ball down the left field side toward the corner. Rosarena runs out of room, and that one is gone. Ward right down the line. Randy went as far as he could, and Ward has belted a 2-run home run.
This is another case of a breaking ball meant to be thrown away, and it starts in and breaks, well, stays in. But you see right there, Pinto reaching back for it. Ward got a great look at it, head down, and launches.
Ward hitting his 6th home run of the year. Now a strike to Sano. And look at that now for Ward. 19 runs batted in, topping the list. Strike 2 to Sano. One ball, 2 strikes. Takes it to 2-2. Sano hitting the first, hitting the 7th, hitting the run scored in the 8th, 3 for 4. And 2 wide. We have a full count. Sandoval on deck. And that is wide for ball 4. So the walk follows the home run, and the top of the 9th will continue with Nolan Sandoval stepping in. Strike 1. Eflin worked 6 1/3. Gave up 6 hits, no runs. Mason Adam 2/3, no runs. Maton 5 in an inning. With the ground ball. The long throw back a second. Handled by Caballero to retire the side. But the Angels add 2 and lead 7-3.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finished the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. The good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. It is our father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $329 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Baseball observing Jackie Robinson Day. All players, managers, and coaches wearing Jackie Robinson's number 42. And we are headed into the bottom of the ninth inning. The Rays led 1-0, trail 5-1, trail 5-3, now trail 7-3. Estevez will be the new pitcher. And Jose Caballero will lead off. Matt Moore gave up 2 runs, 2 hits in the inning he worked. And the first pitch swung on. Caballero hits it high, but not deep enough to center. And Trout, about 3 or 4 big steps from the track, makes the catch. And 1 out. Meade is due, but Palacios will hit for him. Meade had gone 1 for 3. Fifth appearance for Estevez. Strike the count. And another strike poured in there. Palacios getting his first look at this right-hander. And is out on strikes. 96 with the fastball. 2 up and 2 down.
Well, not wasting any time, just coming in, pumping strikes and getting outs.
And the hitter is Jose Siri, who is down to their final out. Siri got a base hit back in the 5th and scored a run. He scored the first run of this game. Driven in by Harold Ramirez, who has driven in all 3 of the runs for the Rays tonight. 1-1 now. Ramirez hit the home run in the 8th inning. He's been the bright spot in the offense. The Rays trail 7-3 down to their final out. 1-2 with the foul ball. Aaron Savali pitches tomorrow against Jose Soriano. The coverage begins at 6 o'clock.
Well, he's off to a good start. No question about that. Three really good outings here for the Rays, and they're going to need one tomorrow night.
And a swing and miss. This game is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays, and the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Angels take the first game of this 4-game series It's a 7-3 final. Mike Trout, a big night for the Los Angeles Ball Club.
Well, listen, our Chevy plays of the game. How about this blast right here? He got a mistake-breaking ball middle down and launches his 7th home run of the season. He's homered in every single series that he's ever played in this building. He had a big series against the Rays last week, and he picks up right where he left off here tonight and helped lead his team to a 7-3 win in Game 1 of the series.
7-3 the final. Back with the totals in a moment.
When I was 12 years old with cancer, I spent most of the year looking out a hospital window. All I wanted was to be outside. I owe the people at St. Jude everything because I am 17 years cancer-free. My marathon is for St. Jude and helping all those kids with cancer who just want to be kids again.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finished the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. The good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. Because our father has
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a wrap for that. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
One day, you're serving in the military. You come home and you're dealing with an injury. My opioid misuse and need got so strong. Addiction is hard. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible.
Hey Google, take me to Lookout Point.
Okay, navigating to Lookout Point.
Get this low mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyriq Tech for around $499 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
7-13-0 for the Angels, 7 left for the Rays, 3-6-0, 5 left. Garcia against the wind. Mayton took the loss. It's a 2-hour and 34-minute game, and the Angels have taken Game 1 of this 4-game series. For Brian Anderson and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Statch, hope you've enjoyed the telecast. If not the outcome, Rays Live, the postgame with Rich and Doug coming your way next. See you tomorrow night.
The time for a new Honda is here. Save thousands with 2.9% financing. Shop full Honda inventory now. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans are all in stock. Get 2.9% financing. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Go right now to the Rooms to Go store-wide mattress sale. Do not miss this very special offer. Buy the Sealy Posturepedic, Therapedic, or Beauty Rest Select mattress in your choice of sizes for just $5.95. That's 3 great brands, any size, one low price. Twin, full, queen, even a king-size mattress, only $5.95. Plus, check out all our other great mattress buys at the Rooms to Go store-wide mattress sale going on now.
You ever wonder how your insurance company makes their decision to pay you if you've experienced property damage? Most of the time, they might just play games with your claim. So don't put your case in their hands. Your insurance attorney fights to get you the money you may deserve for roof leaks, plumbing issues, water damage, and more. So remember, before you call your insurance company, call your insurance attorney.
Running can be such an individual sport. I thought, why not share this experience? I train with this chair every day. I've pushed rider athletes in over 70 marathons. Seeing their excitement, they're the ones that push me. My marathon is for Special Olympics and helping athletes like Yusuf realize their dream of crossing the finish line.
Now's the time. Drive a new Honda from $239 a month. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans are all in stock. Drive KBB.com's best value brand now with payments from $239 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today.
A pitcher's duel through 7 innings turned into batting practice in the end. Jackie Robinson Day unkind to the Rays. They dropped game 1 of this 4-game series. The final score, Angels 7, Rays 3. We welcome you back inside Tropicana Field, another edition of Rays Live, the postgame, brought to you by Advent Health, alongside Doug Wechter. I'm Rich. I wasn't
ready for it. Sorry, bud.
Trisha Whitaker is getting interviews in the clubhouse as we speak, and as always, you'll hear Kevin Cash's full post-game press conference coming up. The disturbing statistic that jumps out at you after this end result is the Rays lost their first game tonight when they had a lead after 7 innings. They had 8-0 record coming in, and now they are 8-1 when they have a lead after 7.
Yeah, and it shows you that the bullpen had a rough day is exactly what happened. You know, Eflin, the starter, went out there, really set the tone. Actually, it was a pitcher's duel, like you just noted, Richie, all the way through the first 5-6 innings. And then, unfortunately for the Rays, when they handed it over to the bullpen, who they assumed was going to be the strength of this team, they did. They just struggled. They've given up 7 runs in the past 2 innings. So really a tough night for the bullpen altogether. And there's really no good way to put it, and that's kind of what happened.
All right, our Advent Health highlights. Michael Nelson Trout came into this series hitting .500 against the Rays, and he didn't do much to hurt those numbers.
I like it when you use his middle name. I don't know why. Maybe it's because
he's in trouble.
He's in trouble. Yes, Richie. Another couple hits on the night. And, of course, he hit that huge bomb. That is the one that allowed the Halos to take the lead in the 8th inning. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Mike Trout is just one of those guys who, again, is a walking Hall of Famer. And his numbers are just incredible when you talk about what he does against the Rays. You see the top average, 471, 3 bombs and 6 RBI. And then you see the career at the Trop. You got to think about how many times he has played at the Trop and see these monster numbers. Over 1,100 on the OPS. There's just no weaknesses in his game. He can go anywhere, and it's not like he's just crushing the Tampa Bay Rays, and that's the only team. It is every team in the major leagues. You could go across the board. He hits very well at any park, especially at home. This is Mike Trout, again, one of the best players in the league.
And I realize we're only into the 3rd week of the regular season, but a healthy Mike Trout does not look like he's aging poorly at all. He's closer to 33 than he is 32 right now. Still very much in his prime when he could stay healthy.
I mean, the power game shows you right there. If he was aging poorly and if he wasn't able to go out there and do his thing, you'd see it in the power numbers. Maybe he could still get an average. Maybe he'd still hit his singles. But, oh my goodness, I mean, he's going out there crushing the baseball. He now has 3 home runs in just over 1 series with the Rays in a game. So a series in a game with the Rays has 3 home runs already. He has 7 on the year. He's tied for first or in second place. I don't know which one.
Tied for first.
But my goodness, again, this guy's power numbers are outrageous, and he continues to look like the Mike Trout that we've seen for the past 12 seasons. He's just not slowing down.
So he is tied for first in the American League in home runs. The guy batting behind him, Taylor Ward, had a 2-run Jackson tonight. He leads the league in RBI. So this offense is pretty frisky when they're swinging the bats well, which they did tonight, a 7-3 win over Tampa Bay. But you can't put any of the blame on Zach Eflin. He's our good Greek move of the game, and for the most part, Zach looked really sharp tonight.
Awesome bounce-back outing from Eflin. Again, no, he just came out from pitching against these Angels, took the loss, did not throw that well. Command was not that sharp, missed a lot in the middle of the plate. Tonight, total opposite. Went out there, dominated the strike zone. 76 pitches, 54 for strikes. That's a 71% rate. 17 for 24 in first pitch strikes. He had 5 punch-outs today, all of them on the sinker. Every single pitch he had, he would either hit this corner or he'd miss off the plate. He was just not getting hurt over in the middle of the plate. And when you're not throwing any kind of meatball or any kind of pitch over in the middle of the plate, it's very hard for the other team to go out there and do any kind of damage off of you. That's the Zach Eflin we saw last year when he won 16 games, picked up the ball every 5 days, and was so consistent. And that's the Zach Eflin we can consider seeing for the rest of this year.
Dougie, we touched on it at the very top of this post-game show. There was not a lot of offense to speak of from either team through the first 7 innings. The Rays held a 1-run lead, 1-0. But in the final analysis, Harold Ramirez ends up with 3 RBIs tonight, and HR gets his first HR.
He did, and he didn't even have to get it out of the infield on the first one. Here you see it, high pop fly. Sandoval actually made a really good play. I don't know if I'm making that play, Richie. I might be on the ground after that one. And then, of course, Harold Ramirez, look, he came in here hitting .316 on the season versus left-handers, and at some point in time, you knew he was going to get a lefty today. He goes out there, gets his first home run of the season. Crazy to say this, he is still not taking a walk all year.
Wow.
Harold Ramirez just goes up there swinging, and it's been working for him, a little bit unconventional. Not that anything we've seen from him last couple seasons. He's never been this aggressive, but that being said, he's still crushing right now, and he's in the middle of this lineup for a reason.
Before we get to our next topic, you bring up an interesting point with how aggressive HR has been. I feel like we're seeing a much more aggressive Rays lineup in general, swinging a lot at the first pitch, not taking as many walks as we saw last year. Is that a concerted effort from Chad Mottola and the group?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, at certain times you want to go out there, and it depends, I think, what pitcher you're going up against. I mean, certain pitchers, if they get ahead of you, the average drops so significantly that you really have a tough time and you struggle in that at-bat. If you go out there and the first pitch is usually the best pitch you're going to see, well, then you want to be aggressive that night, and I think we're seeing that approach from a lot of guys. Rosario, another guy who goes out there. I think he's only walked twice this year. Caballero, he's another guy who's been super aggressive at the plate, but it's been working. All 3 of those guys are really doing great with averages specifically, but also consistently getting on base.
You mentioned Ahmed Rosario earlier before the game started. I talked to Kevin Cash about Ahmed Rosario, and interestingly enough, he said it's like having another Harold Ramirez in the lineup, and that's high praise. They can hit to all fields, they've got some pop, and they're both aggressive at the plate, and wouldn't you know it, Ahmed Rosario continues his hit streak.
I thought you were going to credit me for a nice segue right there.
You do get credit.
Broadcast partner Richie. Here we go. 7-game hit streak. Ahmed Rosario, such a good job. Hitting over 400 in that hit streak. He's been scorching hot at the plate. Super aggressive, like we talked about, very aggressive, but if he sees something, he can barrel it up. Also, launch angle is only at 6 degrees. That's half of Major League average when you're talking about launch angle. That means he's got a flat bat when it's going through the zone, creating a lot of line drives.
It's a sad Dougie Wechter tonight.
Yep, very sad.
No curds in the third.
No curds.
And no 50% off from Papa John's. But we do remind you to join Papa Rewards and earn free food. Get points with every order and score members-only specials and deals by signing up at papajohns.com. An extra note on Harold Ramirez's home run. He becomes the 9th different Ray with at least 1 ding-dong this season.
Does that mean I have to intermittent fast? Is that what happens when we don't get curds or pizza?
Just wait till Wechter Wednesday.
And then I can indulge?
We'll take care of all of that. But that's another story for another time. We'll take a break here on Rays Live, the postgame. When we come back, interviews from the clubhouse, Kevin Cash's postgame press conference, and we promise this is your last look at Mike Trout's big fly. That was a big swing to give the Angels the win.
How far can the human spirit take you? One more step? A few feet? All the way across the line this time? Back to feeling whole. Get back where you belong with national leaders in orthopedic care. Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order.
Scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finish the book for book club, right?
Book club. Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. The good physician of the Republic would deserve better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. It is our father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a wrap for that. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Jimmy John's is using legit ingredients.
For a sandwich?
Premium meat. Wait, what's so funny?
High quality ingredients.
That's a problem!
Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches.
Imagine a living room with the power to change everything. It's the new Modular 2 at Rooms to Go. One collection that gives you the power to relax in total comfort, the power to recharge, the power to create the perfect sectional for any space. Just choose your pieces and transform your room. The best part, because it's Rooms to Go, you can do all this, all within your budget. Now that's the power to save. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible with the Modular 2 at Rooms to Go.
No cash to close on your dream home? No problem. Zero down home loans are instantly easy. Available for first-time and non-first-time home buyers. Find your perfect home today. GTE Financial, the official credit union of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Rays Live, the postgame show on Valley Sports, is presented by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. By City Furniture, trends you want, prices you'll love. And by GTE Financial. Well, the curtain comes down on yet another Jackie Robinson Day. It first started in Major League Baseball back in 2004. This is the 21th iteration of it, and it never gets old, celebrating one of the most important figures in baseball and in all of sports. Unfortunately for Rays fans, the Angels win it tonight in Game 1 of this four-game set. 7-3, the final score. Let's go inside the clubhouse and hear from Kevin Cash.
All right, I guess we'll start with Phil Maton in the top of the 8th. I know Trout's a tough guy to keep off base, but what were you seeing from him in that inning?
Just not feeling his breaking ball right now. Looks like he's spinning off a couple, and then the ones that he's throwing in the zone are not creating the depth. But that's, I mean, it happens. Really well pitched game on both parts. Feel bad for Phil. He's gonna get, he'll get himself right.
And then offensively, bases loaded, bottom of the 5th. I know Siri came home, but probably wishing you guys got a little bit more from that inning.
Yeah, without a doubt. Bases loaded, no outs, but you know, you got to give Sandoval. We've faced him a number of times. He's got really good stuff, and when he's on like he was tonight, he's tough to square up. I mean, we just didn't hit many balls hard. Randy got off a good swing early on. Paredes and Rosario picked up some hits, but you could see from the side just a lot of late action made it pretty challenging for us.
And Zach Eflin, you know, I know it wasn't the result you guys wanted, but he was efficient. He made very few mistakes. He was sharp. What were you seeing from him?
Yeah, I mean, the corrections that we talked about leading into the game certainly felt like he did that. They got a couple hits in the first inning, and then he kind of quieted him down, really executed pitches. J.A. comes in a big crucial moment to keep it right there, 1-0. We're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, double plate charge was pretty good.
Oh, that was, yeah, huge. Meade, tremendous play, both of them. I mean, because Moniak can get down the line really quick. I mean, it was good thing that he hit it hard enough. We were positioned good, and Meade got rid of it really quick.
I know we talked about Trout before the game.
Yeah.
He gets up with a man on in the home run.
Yeah. The irony. Yeah, I'm okay with not walking him right there.
No.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that, though, ends up kind of hurting you, too.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's the guy you don't want to come up with guys on base. It's pretty obvious. But then they just put together a bunch of good at-bats and kind of opened up the game a little bit. But ideally, you know, he made the good pitch to Trout before, and it looks like, I didn't go back and look at it, it looked like it just kind of spun a little bit more middle.
I mean, you don't have a lot of history with Phil. I mean, you just have to kind of trust him to get it figured out.
Yeah, I mean, the history is that he's been there and done it quite a bit, so we're going to continue to trust it. And we've talked about it. The guys in the bullpen are, you know, it's not coming easy for them right now. It's tough, and you know, all we can do is continue to give them the ball, continue to support them, and trust that they'll get themselves right.
What did you see in that sequence in the 5th that Tricia mentioned? I mean, you're getting balls in play, but obviously nothing breaking through or getting into the outfield with the bases.
I mean, Sandoval had a knack for getting the ball on the ground today. I mean, he had a good changeup, but a really hard slider that he started featuring like the second time through, and then the 4-seam, 2-seam combination. We just couldn't. We weren't getting many barrels to it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, as a bullpen member, a former bullpen member myself, hearing Kevin Cash, the manager of the team, saying that, look, he still has confidence in these guys. They'll figure it out. He knows how good they are. That's reassuring, right? You want to hear that from your manager because you know you're good, but you always start. It's easy to second-guess yourself, to have a little bit of doubt creep in there at times when things aren't coming easy. But we do know that these guys are good. They are very, very good just based off their track record, and they will get that way. It's just continuing to give them the ball, work through a couple bumps in the road here and there, and hopefully the time you need them most in the season is where they'll be at their best.
You heard us say it, you heard BA say it during the game. This was a pitcher's duel all the way through the 7th inning. Only 1 run scored between the two teams, but it could have gotten dicey for Tampa Bay. They had a lot of traffic on the base paths with the Angels struggling to score, but they threatened in the 7th, and then a inning-ending double play turns out to be your insurance attorney defensive play of the game.
Jason Adam going out there, fastball, top of the zone, able to get the ground ball by Mickey Moniak, and like Kevin Cash said, he can fly down the road. And you see that quick hands from Curtis Mead and the quick shuffle over from Caballero, the throw, the strike across the diamond. Just so good, so crisp. No room for a mistake on that play in the highest of pressure situations that you can get into if you're Jason Adam. Excellent job of executing the play.
Yeah, and Curtis Mead is not a natural second baseman, but the Rays covet and value and train these guys to be versatile in their infield or outfield play. Even Ahmed Rosario, he's an infielder. Now he's an outfielder as well.
If you're going to play for the team, you just basically have to be a guy who can shuffle from position to position. You really do. Almost everybody's a utility role right now. You know, Rosario, like you said, that guy was a shortstop a couple years ago. Now he's in right field. Caballero has played multiple positions. Curtis Mead, third base, second base. He's around the diamond. So all these guys are able to shuffle around, and they're able to still continue to make plays like we saw.
All right, let's go back inside the home clubhouse and hear from Zach Eflin.
All right, Zach, obviously I know not the result you guys wanted, but Cash mentioned this outing by you was certainly a highlight. Efficient, sharp. How did you feel today?
Felt good. Really just followed the game plan and was able to keep him off balance a little bit. Had some really good defensive plays out there. And Jason coming in and keeping the door shut. One of those tough ones, you know, but we're going to bounce back. And the good thing is we play tomorrow, so we're ready for it.
Mike Trout, I mean, it kind of goes without saying that a guy like that up at the plate with one on is a tough situation for Phil Maton.
You know, it's just one of those things in baseball where it just didn't happen. You know, he's an extremely good player for a reason. But, you know, we get 2 more cracks at him on I don't even know what day of the week it is, but we get 2 more games against him. So, you know, we're going to keep our heads high and show up tomorrow ready to go.
You were a little frustrated with your misses the other night. What kind of adjustments did you make? It seemed like you had a lot of really good command tonight.
Just I had to hit the corners. It's a really good lineup. They like hitting the baseball when it's over the middle of the plate, so had to do really everything we could to keep it on the corners and keep them guessing. Did that for the most part today. They hit some balls hard, but thankfully they're right at people. But, you know, it stinks to get the loss, but back at it tomorrow.
Pretty pleased with your efficiency as well. I mean, no long innings, really no long at-bats for most of the game there.
Yeah, I mean, that's always like a starting pitcher's dream, right, is to go out there, throw 6 pitch innings, 10 pitch innings. It really keeps us in the game and takes the load off the relievers. So I was pleased with the efficiency. So.
You also mentioned defensively. I mean, Isak Paredes had that grab in the first, and they turned that double play when Jason Adam was on. I mean, what was impressive about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's still highlights and good things that happen when we get losses, right? Isak, I don't know how he reacted to that ball. It felt like it was like 200 miles off the bat. But, you know, it was a huge double play that we had when Jason was in the game. You know, there are definitely a lot of good things that happened tonight, so it's easy to point out the negatives in a loss. But, you know, we're right where we need to be, and we're excited to come tomorrow and play.
He's still your ace, and it's just interesting to note off the field, Zach Eflin mirrors his manager. Kevin Cash never gets too high, never gets too low. You could say the same exact thing about Zach.
Yeah, he's very even keel. When you go out there, that's what you want from a starter, right? Because you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. As long as you can stay even keel and not get too high or too low, it's a long season. So if you're an emotional roller coaster, it is very tough to wave through that entire 162 season. But yeah, so it's good that he's even keel, and it's going to pay off in the long run.
All right. We will close the books on this one and get you ready for Game 2 of this 4-game series when we return on Jackie Robinson Day. Everybody here inside Tropicana Field, but all across baseball, wearing the number 42 like only Jackie could.
Raise the bar with Flight by Yingling. Low carb, low calorie, more taste. Brewed for the generation that's always reaching for more. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
With Spring Black Friday savings now at the Home Depot, you can power your spring.
and only need one battery to do it all. Gas-like power. Endless possibilities. Only at the Home Depot, your power source.
Get ready for the
With Spectrum Advanced Wi-Fi, you get advanced security protection to keep you and your family safe when you're online. And it happens automatically. So as soon as you're connected, you're protected. For internet with advanced security, get Spectrum Internet.
Elegant and enticing, sophisticated and sensual. Indulge yourself in a space that inspires and invigorates. Romance and opulence are rekindled in symphonies of stone, marble, and lavish life-size tiles that will leave you speechless. Let Island Tile help you create the intimate retreat you desire. Island Tile. There is a difference.
Rays baseball only on Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app.
Rays Live, the postgame show on Bally Sports, is presented by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. And by your insurance attorney. Before you call your insurance company, call your insurance attorney.
I like the beard that guy had in the ad. Looks strong.
Kind of like Matt Moore's beard.
Oh, a little bit. No, right? I don't know. The insurance attorney might have a
Tampa Bay Ray, now sporting the full beard. Hey, a reminder, Rays fans, every hit is a win with Suncoast Credit Union. For every Rays hit, Suncoast Credit Union is donating $90 to 2 local nonprofits.
Go ahead. Don't you just love it when I cut you off when you're still doing reads?
Rays managed 6 hits tonight in the 7-3 loss. One of them coming off the bat from hard-hitting Harold Ramirez.
Okay, Harold, I know it wasn't the result you guys were wanting, but you did get your first home run of the season today. Did it feel good to see that one leave the yard?
Yeah, I hit it well. He threw me a very good pitch, but I just take advantage of that. We don't win, but tomorrow we're going to come back and play better and win tomorrow.
Up until that point, what were you seeing from Sandoval that he was doing so well that made it so tough today?
He just pitched very well. He don't have the same sequence to everybody. He throw very different to everybody today. So it was hard for everybody, but good for him.
Obviously, you get a run across in the 5th with the ground ball, but tough there to have bases loaded, nobody out, and just come out with 1.
I really just want to put the ball in play because I want my team to score. I just make contact. After that, I don't know what's going to happen, but I just want to make contact.
Probably an opportunity where you guys could have added a few more runs. Bases loaded, no out.
Yes, but we don't do it, so let's get it tomorrow.
You've probably seen Mike Trout hit some home runs before, huh?
Yes, he like 7, 8, I think, but he looking for that. Good for him.
First home run of the year for Harold Ramirez, the 9th different Ray to go yard at least once this season. Doug, yes. Rich, back inside our left center field perch as Rays Live, the postgame show brought to you by Advent Health, rolls on. Let's go back inside the home clubhouse one more time and hear from Phil Maton.
All right, I guess we know how tough Trout is to keep off base, but can you take us through that inning and how you were feeling out there?
I mean, overall, it's just did a poor job in 2 strike counts, not putting guys away. The Rendon hit. I mean, executed the pitch. That's just a big league hitter doing a great piece of hitting on a good pitch. So I'm not going to get too worked up about that. But just overall count management was just really poor. Putting too many balls in the zone with 2 strikes and just not putting guys away.
Cash mentioned maybe not a feel for the breaking ball today. Did you feel that too, or?
Overall shapes were really good. It's just the same thing. Just 2 strike execution was just really poor.
Were you trying to get that pitch to Trout there?
More like on the plate, not really catching the plate at all. I kind of wanted just to bounce it.
probably added to just the frustration of that inning of not being able to get out of it quickly after that, putting a couple more guys on?
No, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think with Trout hitting home run off you, I mean, it's it happens. It's a big league hitter. The guy's a stud. But those extra 3 runs, like not having the opportunity to kind of keep us in that ball game, especially too after we scored right when we get back in, like when I get back in there. So. It's tough, but ultimately you just got to make better pitches.
Cash mentioned he thinks you'll rebound well. Since we're still getting to know you, how do you rebound from something like this? Do you have a pretty short-term memory, or what do you do?
No, I mean, there's no way around it. It sucks. I mean, that's a game that Eflin should be getting the W. Pete's getting a save. We have an opportunity to win that. That was our game to win. But ultimately, shapes are good. I'm really happy with what my stuff's doing right now. But if we clean up a few pitches with 2 strikes, I mean, I think it's it's a different conversation.
So it's back on the horse tomorrow for Game 2 of this 4-game series between the Rays and the Angels. Let's take a look at our Toyota road ahead and get you set with the pitching matchups. It's going to be Aaron Sandoval taking the ball for the Rays tomorrow. He has pitched exceptionally well to start this season.
Yeah, honestly, I like the lineup of the next 3 guys, really. Aaron Sandoval has been pitching outstanding throughout this entire season. Zach Littell just pounds the strike zone, continues to impress ever since joining the rotation from last year, carrying that success over to this year. And then a lot to like about Ryan Pepio. So we'll see. It should be a good one. Good matchups all the way throughout. But you know what? Just 1 game into the series, Richie. You still got 3 to go.
That's right. Tuesday is a new day for baseball. Today, we close the books on Jackie Robinson Day. Every April 15th, all around baseball, we celebrate one of the most important figures in baseball history, sports history, and our culture's history. A salute, one more time, to Jack Roosevelt Robinson Jr. Tonight, the Angels win it inside Tropicana Field. 7-3 your final score. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for Rays Live, the pregame for everybody here at Valley Sports, including my broadcast partner, Doug Wechter. I'm Rich Hollenberg saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And we'll see you Tuesday for more Rays baseball.